by an hour and a half after a man named John Mills was struck and killed by a shuttle bus early this morning. Mills was working for a vendor this week. Scotty Scheffler was trying to drive around the resulting traffic an hour later when an officer tried to stop him and arrested him. Scheffler booked, released. He shot 5 under 66. He is 9 under, 3 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Every business faces challenges, but complicated, expensive, and uncertain shipping shouldn't be one of them. With USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service, you can avoid all the noise. No more unexpected surcharges, hidden fees, or complex rate structures. It's just easy, cost-effective, and dependable shipping. Tune your business's frequency to success and turn shipping to your advantage. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Save big this Memorial Day at Lowe's. Right now, save on 1.5-gallon annual hanging baskets. Get 2 for just $16. Plus, buy one, get one 50% off. Select interior and exterior paint and exterior stain via Lowe's gift card rebate. Shop these deals before they're gone because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 5/29. Hanging baskets in-store only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Paint. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details while supplies last.
KQSN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CDP at 99.3 FM, K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room. Hey, who ordered a Ralph? We got Ralph with us from Harmon Solar. And, of course, you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Today is, well, you got two choices. National Bike to Work Day. To hell with that. I live in a car 50 minutes away from the station. So National Pizza Party Day, but we didn't have any pizza and there's no party.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. When Ralph's here, there's always a party when Ralph's around.
It's no kind of a party and no kind of a, I'm not, so we don't have a day. There's no day. There's no day today. I don't know about that. I'm tired. I am psychotically tired today. I don't know why. My eyes are burning, and I just feel like I could just fall asleep at any moment. Usually, those shows get interesting because I have even less of a filter than normal, and just weird crap starts to happen. So,
hey, Ralph, do you have a rasping jabber?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, you got to have a rasping jabber.
Jeffrey and I were talking before the show got started, and I feel like I need a rasping jabber. I saw one on sale.
I have a rasping jabber.
Jeffrey has one. Do you happen to have a rasping jabber?
I need to ask Keon if he has one first.
Well, Keon? No, Keon rents. He doesn't need a rasping jabber.
No, Keon doesn't grill. Keon doesn't work on cars. Keon doesn't he doesn't rasping jab. But that's fine. Not everybody does.
A rasping jabber.
I'm lost at what a rasping jabber is, I guess.
Have you done any drywall work at all?
Yes.
Yeah. It would be a rasping jabber then.
Couldn't have done it without a rasping jabber.
Well, I guess you could have If you had like a box cutting knife, one of those
You can't
utility
cut
knives.
drywall with a box cutting knife.
Yes, you can.
really?
Oh, I
Not
can. Oh, I can.
really.
Well, I
That's-
mean, you
that's
need
what
a
I've done.
rasping jabber. That's the correct tool for the job.
That's
I use box cutter.
I've used a
Really?
lot of I've hung a lot of drywall in my
rasping
days.
jabber is the way to go.
But the rasping jabber, I mean, that's what the pros use.
It looks like a fishing knife, kind of. You know what I mean? It's got a big. You can cut bread with it if that helps.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, are you talking about like the little mini saw looking thing?
No, Ralph, we're talking about a rasping jabber.
I think I know.
Clearly, if it was a little saw-looking
Jeez,
thing,
we
it
would
would
say
be
little
named a
saw.
saw-looking
Yeah.
thing. This is a rasping
Oh
jabber.
my God.
I got to take a look now. Because I think I have what you're talking about.
You might find
It's
it,
a saw looking thing.
as a rasping
It's a
jab saw.
rasping jab saw.
Yes, I have one.
Oh, all right. Well, then I definitely need. That's it. I need to go out and get one.
We all need one. Everyone should have one. Even
I'm
you,
not looking
Keon.
at doing any drywall work anytime soon.
What
but
if
you
you
never
needed
know.
to cut into a piece of drywall and you didn't have a rasping
See,
jab saw?
Keon,
What?
that's why we keep trying to tell you.
Under what circumstances would I need to out
Well,
of
in
the
case-
I don't
blue?
know your kink, but you might need to cut
You might
into
want
some
to hide something
drywall.
in the wall.
Yeah, you might want to
Yeah.
have to put something in the wall that you
You
don't want anybody
carefully-
to find.
You
I've done
carefully
that.
cut and you pull the piece out, put something in there, but then put the piece back,
Right.
and then you paste over, do it, and then you put like
Like
you know,
money.
Yeah, what am I,
texture?
Walter White? Like, why would I need that?
Well, you
Well,
just
we
never
don't
know.
don't need a
who you
reason.
are.
Why would you?
Why would I
whatever.
need a
Why-
reason?
I don't have to
Look,
give you a reason. It's
If
none of your
I want to
business.
come into my house at any given time and take out my rasping jabber and make a
Yeah.
hole in the wall, by God, I can do it.
Well, good for you. I'm happy for you.
CK thinks Ralph has a flaccid jabber. Oh,
No, I don't
that's-
think so. No,
That's a shame.
that wouldn't work.
That'd be a shame.
That'd be too flaccid.
Yeah. That'd be floppy.
It wouldn't.
You
Yeah.
can't cut nothing with
Wow.
something floppy.
No.
Don't use the word floppy with me, please.
So floppy
Mm.
over there.
Don't like that word.
Wilbur says if Randy or Keon ignores a police stop in Louisville, they get a simple slap on the wrist. Well, maybe one of them.
That's not been my history in life, but sure.
If I ignore it, I get nothing because I didn't see it anyway. Well, you're blind. I think if you get pulled over driving, you should be detained immediately.
for many reasons.
Yeah, Wilbur, if you're behind the wheel of any automobile or any sort of motorized vehicle, you need to be arrested
Even
immediately.
a big wheel. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
He says if Jeffrey ignores a police stop, death penalty. I don't even know what you're talking. You know how many times I've been pulled over and been able to charm the police officer?
Oh yeah.
It helps to have this kind of cleavage. Well, I'm not even kidding. Right here.
Yeah.
Just
Well-
I guess kind of squeezing my
Yeah.
like this, right?
What can I do for you, officer?
Hello. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just please stop doing that, and I'll just not write you a ticket. Thank you. See, easily solved.
Wow.
Brunswick guy says, you know what's
Mm.
stupid?
What?
Ralph. That is all.
Wow.
This is coming from somebody that lives in Canada.
I don't know why Ralph would be stupid. He's got a rasping jabber.
He doesn't have a rasping jabber.
I
He
did.
said he does.
Oh, he's just saying that to be cool. Go get the
Oh, is
rasping
that what
jabber
he,
and prove it.
he had to look it up to see what it was. 'Cause
Yeah,
he didn't know
I
what it was
wasn't
called.
sure what the heck it was.
I had
Well,
to
he
look
kept-
it up to see what it was because I didn't know it by that name. I just needed my I call it my bread knife for the wall.
It's a mini saw
Mm.
thing.
Yeah, it's a little saw. Little
I
thing.
call it a rasping jabber. That's its
But you
official
see
name.
what I'm saying? It looks like a fishing knife a little bit.
Sort
'cause
of,
It has
yeah.
that same sort of
One of those
handle.
hook remover knife things that you use, those multiple tools. Yeah, I got one of those. It's in my tackle box.
Bruno Baller, you're not wrong. He says rasping jabber. That sounds like a good texture name. It does.
Damn
It really
right.
does.
I got to
Really?
put that on the list right now.
Really does. So what are you guys doing tomorrow?
I'll probably be watching after I make some holes in my drywall for no apparent reason. I'll be watching the Open.
Okay. Well, I mean, you might want to maybe get a lottery ticket or something. I'm not saying I don't even know what the lottery's up to, but according to the astrology people, luckiest day of the year is tomorrow, May 18th.
Oh, no kidding.
They say it's because of something called Jupiter Kazemi. Jupiter
Isn't that
Kazemi.
isn't that soft alcoholic beverage that Keon's always drinking?
He's having a nice Jupiter Kazemi in there. Yes. No, it comes from the Arabic word meaning in the heart, and it happens when Jupiter is in conjunction with the sun. I don't know what
Oh.
in conjunction with the sun means. I feel like we're all in conjunction with the sun, but okay.
It's like at what angle with the sun are we not?
Well, they're saying at least 1 degree of alignment. Still, I guess
Okay.
that means a degree away from lining up with it from Earth's perspective. If you
Wow.
were on Mars, it's not a lucky day at all. If you believe in this stuff, there's also a luckiest time. Luckiest time, if you're doing anything, you need some luck, 2:36 p.m.
So 2:36 p.m. tomorrow
Yes.
on the luckiest day of the
Oh,
year.
Eastern, so it's 11:36 a.m. our time.
11:36 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Does it say where to go? What's the luckiest convenience store to get your ticket from?
Doesn't say, but I'm just thinking 11:36 a.m. You buy a lottery ticket, or you slap your wife on the ass really hard as you walk by, and you will survive it. That's it.
Well, I mean, I do that anyway.
That's
I was
it.
gonna say, I survive that all the time.
Yeah,
I don't disrespect my wife that way.
Well,
it's not
you need to
disrespectful.
learn how to.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I don't know how. It's just that I just,
If she sees it that way,
I feel like she might.
then it is that way. That's
So, according to astrologers, you will not see this level of luck again until June 24th, 2025.
All right, so it's set. It's booked. You asked what I was doing tomorrow. Besides watching the Open, I'll be out buying my rasping jabber, and I will get a lottery
Gotta
ticket
get a lottery
at
ticket.
precisely
11:36.
11:36. Hey, Kim, my entire day is booked tomorrow.
I don't think you can get a rasping jabber and a lottery ticket at the same place. So you might want to
No,
get
I
the
don't think
lottery
so.
ticket
Yeah.
at
Well,
11:36.
as long as I buy it at precisely 11:36.
You know who's screwed at 11:36 tomorrow? Bruno Baller's right. Keon, you will not be able to buy a lottery ticket at 11:36.
Sorry, Keon.
But you can place online bets
that's true.
from the studio.
but also I'm not even remotely superstitious, and astrology is. I just don't
I'm
care.
not
If I want to
asking
buy a lottery.
questions.
If I want to buy a lottery ticket,
now,
I'll just
see,
buy one.
Yeah,
Now-
I'm not
now-
asking questions. If
now
somebody tells
Keon's-
me it's a lucky day, I just
Yeah.
it's a lucky
Well,
day.
and Keon is just he's just angered the gods. That's what
Yep,
he's done.
but you got to believe. Now
You
you've just
can't
shown
do that,
disbelief, and you've ruined the
that?
luck for everybody.
I don't think
Glad
that's how
I'm
that
glad
works.
you're over there. Hey, Jeffrey, you need to stay clear of Keon because at any moment I feel like
I'll be in here, and then all of a sudden he'll be in a tsunami in the control room. Just why is he underwater? I don't know. He just
Because I like it that way.
pissed off
Mhm.
the gods of something. So where do you want to start? Because last night I'm just minding my own business. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot the Timberwolves Nuggets game. I want to go see this. This is going to be good. And I look at my score, and I'm like, what? I don't know. How did I miss the game? What happened? 45 points?
yeah.
Mhm.
Timberwolves beat the Nuggets by 45 points. Now I could see that happen, like close game or some weird, I don't know, somebody got hurt or something, but nope, just an absolute massive ass whipping that the Timberwolves put on the Nuggets. Somebody tell me what the hell's going on here? Or we can talk about Scotty Scheffler running a guy over.
Well, I think we should start with this because otherwise Donnie is going to text in with
I
his
don't
rasping jabber and he's going to jab at us all day.
I don't care.
Surprised that he hasn't done that already.
So, Keon, do you watch the game?
I caught the second half of it
but
after it was well out of hand.
What the hell happened?
It seemed to me like because it was like just after the halftime show that I tuned in, and it seemed like the Nuggets walked into the game looking to their next series, and the series right in front of them with the team that really doesn't want to go home yet.
Okay,
just wash them away.
Well, hold on though.
Tsunami.
I can see the Nuggets walking in a little confident, maybe not fit, whatever. And here come the Timberwolves. But then at the point the Timberwolves start to show that kind of life, how were they not able to step up and at least keep it close? I mean, it was crazy.
They tried there for a little bit, and then it just completely got away from them. And I don't think it's a switch that you can flip. If you don't show up ready to play on game day, you might be screwed. Like, I don't think that you can show up lackadaisical and go, oh, bleep, let's get back into this thing, because it's too late at that point, especially when you have a team that's driven by somebody like Anthony Edwards, who is genuinely, he plays like a maniac. Like, he's just 100% in every direction. Defense, it's 100%. Offense, it's that way. He goes after rebounds. He goes after loose balls. He does everything, and it motivates that Timberwolves team. And the Nuggets just did not have it. I also think that in the fourth quarter they waved the white flag. They were just like, "Look, we're getting."
I mean, did the bench play the entire fourth quarter?
A lot of it. I mean, they just waved the white flag on that in the fourth, and they were just like, look, this thing is over.
They
did
only
notice,
got 9 points in the fourth.
Yeah, because you're pulling the starters at that point. It's like, look, mathematically, this thing is going to be borderline impossible to come back from. Let's keep everybody fresh for game 7. And guess what? We'll show up with our heads screwed on straight. Let's do that.
I feel like the Nuggets should still win this thing.
But game 7s, it's the NHL, and in the NBA, game 7s, you never want to wind up there because anything can happen. Somebody could sprain their ankle, and the next thing you know, you're not winning a series you could have won. Nikola Jokic was very mad though. He was supposed to be on the bench in the fourth quarter, and he was just standing, staring at the court.
Was he trying to
entire time.
dad in the front yard? Everybody, is that what that was?
I just think he's Serbian and he's like that. I don't know if he was trying to send any particular message. They asked him after the game, like, why did you stand the entire fourth quarter? And he was like, I was trying to stay warm so that I could lift. I was like, yeah, that's just, why do you sound like a villain every time you say things?
It's because he got that outrageous European accent thing going there.
So you could lift. Okay, that's.
So today's Friday, right?
Today's Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the schedule. It says Minnesota, Denver on Sunday to be determined. What? How have you not determined this yet? What's not determined? You got the Pacers and the Knicks, if necessary, at 12:30. So they're trying to see what happens tonight before they'll schedule this.
I don't think so. I think they're probably going to be right. Yeah, no, actually, I agree. It might be a doubleheader Sunday. So you figure out which game you're putting first and which game you're putting second, and all of that stuff.
Well, I probably watch it now. I'll probably watch it. I don't know. Should I watch it or should I not watch it? I didn't watch it, and then the Nuggets lost. So maybe I need to watch it so the Timberwolves lose. I don't care who wins, to be honest. As long as the Timberwolves lose. That's kind of what I need to happen. So let's see here. Fifth letter is on the text line, and the fifth letter says, Keon, you're halfway right. What happened is Denver could not buy a bucket. Look at their shooting percentage from 3 and in general, really.
Well, yeah, but to me, it's when you can't buy a bucket, that's when you say, all right, we're going to the basket. We're going to attack them and, force them to do something. Either they foul us, either we force them to continue to rebound, but we're going to force them to do something. What we're not going to do is just continue to just shoot jumpers that aren't falling. You had what was Michael Porter, 1 of 6 from 3. Jamal Murray started 1 of 10. Like at some point, the jumpers aren't falling. You have to make something happen in another way. I know easier said than done because Gobert's there and doesn't necessarily make it easy on you, but that's what your coach is for.
Silver Pops says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Jeffrey, shake my head. Okay, I'll shake your head, I guess. Seems abusive, but he says, last night your karma gave the Timberwolves live again. The more you pick on Donnie, the more karma is going to get you. Well, that's not true. It's Donnie's karma. Donnie had been quiet, and but no, I don't care who wins this. I don't care if it's the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. I just want the Timberwolves to lose because I just am enjoying seeing Donnie suffer. It's 2 different things there. So my karma is irrelevant here. I didn't declare anything. I didn't, I didn't goad anybody. He says, Donnie, listen, your karma for the Suns swept your karma for the Lakers to win the in-season tournament and win 1 playoff game. Now it's got the Timberwolves to game 7. For shame, sir. It's not true. That is not true. I will not wear that, Silver Pops. I will not wear the karma shame. Listen, Donnie's got a snoot full of confidence now, and he's going to be on Twitter, and he's already on this text line. And I just haven't read it yet, but he is texting things. Here, I'm going to help his karma. My guarantee was Joe Namath-like. I told all of you to cancel your Sunday plans because we got a game 7. See what I'm saying? Yesterday, he's like, my only text, game 7, clear your schedule. Now he's all caps.
So he's excited.
Yeah.
It's okay being excited for your team.
Sure.
I know you guys aren't used to that a lot, but I mean, other
just
other
knock it
teams,
off.
we get that.
You need some new material, Ralph.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm sure he's excited. When does Minnesota ever do anything?
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Seriously,
when does Minnesota do anything?
I mean, they don't.
I'm trying to think.
Well,
You
Twins,
can't.
you'll
Won a
be
couple
thinking for a good long while.
Well, the Twins won a couple of World Series.
Yeah, but Kirby
when they
Puckett's
when
dead.
when they had when they had the North Stars won the Stanley Cup at least
they're in-
once that I remember.
They're in Dallas.
Yeah, it's the Dallas Stars now.
That's what I'm saying. Everything's been taken away from them. So give them this, you know.
I'm not giving
Taken
them anything.
away from them.
They're
I
gonna,
hope
they're
this
gonna
is
have to go
taken
take
away.
Kirby
it. but-
Puckett's dead. The
Wow.
North Stars are now in Dallas. They've been taken
Wow.
away.
Wow.
I wonder where the Vikings will go.
The Vikings, forget it, man. What, 4 Super Bowls and 4 losses? What are they, the Bills?
That's a good point.
So, you know, give them this.
I'm not giving him anything.
You gotta give him a little bit.
If he loses it, he's losing it all by himself. I warned his karma. I warned him on the
Game
karma.
7s are scary. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. I mean,
Anything can happen.
That's
in Game
scary,
7.
but at
It
least
doesn't matter where you play it. It's whatever. It doesn't matter.
you're in. You know, at least it's still going. It's
It's very
entertainment value.
nerve-wracking. though.
if you're the team that won the game to force the Game 7, oh yeah, you're glad to be there. If you're the team that could have closed it out in 6, you're kicking yourself. Like you don't want the Game 7,
Mhm.
not at all.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you. I get you. I guess we'll find out what happens on Sunday. Eventually, they'll tell us what time that is on. When we come back, let's talk more NBA stuff, and of course, we got to talk about Scotty Scheffler. Running over detectives and stuff. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The Diamondbacks are home tonight at Chase Field, taking on the Detroit Tigers, a 3-game weekend series. Arizona's starting Ryan Nelson, who is 2-2 with a 5.33 ERA. Tarek Skubal will go for the Tigers. He's 5-0, has an ERA just over 2 with 60 strikeouts on the season. Arizona getting a 1.5 minus 140 on the run line tonight. Detroit minus a 1.5 plus 120. Diamondbacks plus 115 on the money line. Tigers are minus 135. The over-under is at 7.5, with the over at minus 130 and the under plus 110. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. That's 800-285-3636.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin. And over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher, and I am with the one and only Josh Garcia with the Miracle Mile Deli, who are celebrating something that's pretty unique. 75 years in business. Hi, Josh.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. The Miracle Mile family would like to thank you and the hundreds of thousands of people that have visited Miracle Mile Deli since our family restaurant started here in the Valley in 1949. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families across the Valley over the last 7 decades. We are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024. We cordially invite you to visit our Phoenix location on 16th Street in Campbell to celebrate our 75th anniversary throughout the year. We consider ourselves so lucky to be able to be a part of the Valley community and know that we wouldn't be here without our loyal Miracle Mile patrons and team members. So from our family to yours, thank you for allowing us to serve you over the last 75 years. And we look forward to continuing the Miracle Mile tradition with you for many more years to come. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Dave Linder here on 1580, The Fanatic. So Anthony Edwards had 27 points. Jaden McDaniels had 21 points. Mike Conley had 13. Carl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid combined for 38. And that's a lot, but still 115 to 70. My God. That's I guess they're saying that's the largest winning margin in a postseason game since 2015. Back when the Bulls beat the Bucks by 54 points in a first round game. So, wow.
The Nuggets are a very deep team. So, they were having a bad night when their entire bench combines for 9 points.
It's one of those things where it'll happen on this show where you start doing the show and you're like, oh God, this is horrible. And then you just point the ship right into the storm and let the waves hit it. Just go down. Just let it make it worse. Make it an art form. Just, whatever. So you have one show like that a year if you're lucky. And so I'd say that's one game like that for the Nuggets. Now, if the Timberwolves win on Sunday, it will not be like this. I just can't see that team letting that happen again. Not that, that big.
I doubt it. I don't think they're going to shoot that badly again.
What does your gut tell you? Who's winning?
I mean, my gut still says Denver.
Ralph, what do you say? What's your gut say?
Denver.
Randy? Gut?
Denver.
Yeah, all our guts say that. Oh, God. No.
But I won't be surprised to see Minnesota win.
That's not good.
They played the game of their life.
That's not good. Rough Rob says, us common folk would have just sat in jail for some time before we would have got released. But nope, old Scotty got to play. That's right. I actually took a look at it. Was 2 hours and 40 minutes start to finish. So start of trouble, him in jail, wearing an orange shirt, and then back out on the street. And he said the entire time he was in the cell, he was stretching because he knows he's got a good lawyer.
Yeah.
So if
rich is nice.
If you don't know what happened this morning, I guess there was a tragedy that some shuttle bus hit a pedestrian who turned out to be somebody who worked, there at the Valhalla. It was a vendor. And the dude's dead. So got hit by the shuttle bus, dead. And so, of course, as you know, there's an investigation and there's all sorts of police. Now, you're already dealing with a bad situation because, all the news people are coming in, all the players and all the spectators. It's just a mess of cars and traffic. And now you've got this. And so Scheffel there, he was waved on. Says, hey, get over in that lane there. And you got, because he had the PGA Tour sticker, I guess, on his car or whatever. And then this detective who, maybe he didn't realize how it worked. He was wearing the reflective jacket, said security. And he's like, whoa, hey, where are you going with that? And he's like, well, I was told I got to go in there. And he's like, no, you're not going in there. And he was instructing him to do something else. And Scotty Scheffler said, well, no, I'm going with what the other guy said. And he went. Well, this guy grabs a hold of the car because I didn't know this. Detectives can stop cars with their bare hands.
Haven't you watched Die Hard?
And he got drugged. He got drugged for a little bit. And so now Scotty ends up in jail and this detective ends up in the hospital with some minor injuries. And so then, he he got mad, pulled Scotty out of the car, and arrested him on the spot and took him off to the Hooskow. So that's what happened.
And slapped him with a bunch of charges in the process.
Yeah. And listen, he says he didn't go, don't you know who I am? Didn't pull that move. I'm Scotty Scheffler. Yeah, you didn't say that. But yeah, why would you do that, Scotty? Why would somebody's telling you don't go that way? Don't go that way. Go with the last person who tells you don't go that way. Don't say, well, this other guy said go that way. I'm going to go that way. To hell with you. You don't argue with the guy standing there. This is what happens. Now you know. Ref Rob says, I need a free Scotty t-shirt ASAP. People out there at the PGA championship, that out there on the course, already had the picture of his mugshot on their t-shirts.
They work fast. I mean, you can get a picture of that and get some shirts printed up in a couple hours.
It was impressive. Seriously, somebody had a printer at home, I think, and you get in the car, let's go. So, all right, listen, I think this is going to probably get dealt with pretty easily. He'll probably get whatever fines that have to be done. And, as long as that officer is okay, he'll apologize and everything will be fine. I saw this press conference where he was talking about it, explaining about it. But I think there might have been an element of, don't you know who I am? Even if you didn't say, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, no, basically, I think I haven't seen the part of the video with the detective or anything, but if the detective wasn't wearing a police uniform, if he just thought the detective was...
He had the reflective thing and it said security.
Yeah, if he thought the detective was just a security guy instead of a police detective, it's like, I can ignore that guy.
I'm pretty sure the security guy wouldn't have hung on the side of the car, though, either.
Well,
I don't know what that dude was
that
thinking.
might have been his first indication that something was different.
Yeah.
And that John McClane was on the case.
This detective's an idiot, by the way.
Because you could always charge him with whatever after the fact. But you had to do it right then and there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what this
hard
detective...
to find.
I don't know what this detective felt like he had to prove by hanging onto the car. Like,
he's a hero.
Follow him to where he's going to park. He's got a courtesy car that's got all the markings on it. A U.S. Open, Bahala 2024. And there's a big P sticker right on the windshield that says this is a player. So I don't know what this detective was trying to do by grabbing onto the car. I understand it was only 10 yards. So it was probably a quick, brr like that. And then he stopped. And that's when the detective pulled him out of the car and cuffed him. So I don't think I heard anything. I saw when everything was kind of happening, I saw that there was a couple of reporters on scene with their cell phones, and he didn't look like he was putting up any fight. He wasn't arguing. He wasn't, verbose at all. He wasn't yelling and screaming and acting a fool. He just quietly went on his way and got put in the car and taken to the jail. So.
If I had been the officer, my biggest injury probably would have been muscle strain from beating the hell out of him with a stick. I just probably would have worn myself out.
I mean, why wouldn't you just follow the car? Just walk or run to where the car's going to park. The guy's going to park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not really hard to find.
Why would you grab onto the car?
You have his license plate.
That dude's dumb as hell.
It's like once you see that, it's like, all right, I know where you're going to be. This is not somebody fleeing the scene of a crime.
I'll tell you what, though. He's probably got a lawsuit now, doesn't he? Maybe that's it. He's like, ooh, Scotty Scheffler gets millions. Now, so do I.
Well, I don't think as a public servant, I don't think he can sue anybody.
Sure,
if he was in the line of duty,
sure
I don't think so.
Sure, you can.
I've never heard of that before.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, well, you don't know. We've never had this happen before.
I thought you couldn't.
According to who?
I thought there was a rule written about that. Matter of fact, there used to be the reverse rule where you couldn't sue a cop, but now you can. In certain
if you can
areas.
sue a cop, then a cop should be able to sue you right back.
That's only just changed recently, and it's only in certain states. I don't know that you can. I don't know that he can.
A backwater state like Kentucky, yeah, you're
if
probably
he's in the line of duty, I'm not sure he can.
Well, he might. He was wearing a security vest, so maybe he was acting as a capacity as a security guard at that point, and not as a detective. Although he did arrest him like a detective.
So then you're really not going to have
citizen's arrest.
I'm going to bet.
I don't think that's how that's going to work either. And Scotty's lawyer, I assume, because of the amount of money that Scotty Scheffler has, is a good enough lawyer, that's not going to work.
Probably not. Yeah, the officer was an idiot, to be honest.
Yeah.
He was dumb as hell. Walter Mellon says, I called BS on that detective. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's trying to cash out. I don't know, Walter Mellon, like we were just saying, maybe there's nowhere for him to cash out. CK says, nope, Scotty can sue, though, and I hope he does. Sue for what? Detective had no lawful reason to pull Scotty's wheel.
Well, if he's giving him a legal command as a police officer, then he can pull his wheel. He can try to stop him in any means possible.
And that would
mean that Scotty would be arrested on either obstruction or failure to comply charges. I forget what they call it, but
he got hit with both.
And there you go.
Have the list of charges?
Yeah, I can pull it up again.
Was he acting as a police officer or as a security
Scotty?
guard?
He's a golfer, Ralph.
Not Scotty.
Oh.
The guy. Police officer or security guard? What was
That
he
is
acting
going to be the determination between lawsuits or no
Though
lawsuits.
once you arrest him, you're not acting as a security guard.
There
anymore.
were other officers there. Are we
But
sure
if he's
that
not
he was
on,
the arresting
if he's not
officer?
on, if he's not on active duty and he does that, that's a different situation.
So I'm saying is
I run his ass over.
this detective probably could have stopped and whatever, and then but a different officer actually wrote it up. So
yeah,
just saying. Scotty's not out of the woods, that's for sure. Let's see here. Wilbur says, Keon, was that Die Hard 1 or 2? It was 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter which Die Hard it was.
Technically, it could be any of the later Die Hards because he becomes more super cop as the series goes on.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
He's just fighting jets by the time we get to 3. I don't know.
You're watching the first Die Hard and you're like, yeah, okay, I can see it. And then it make it like he was walking in glass going, ow, 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 right? So it wasn't like Superman on that. But then later on, it becomes more and more cartoonish. John McClane, that just gets damn ridiculous right there. Big George says, so Keon, you're saying it's okay to run over a security guard, but not a police officer? Okay.
Oh, that's funny. That's not at all what I said.
That's how I took it.
Okay, you can.
Yeah.
Look, literacy's hard. I get it.
If you had to choose which one, I think the choice is easy.
Security, yeah.
Swazman says, I think the Vikings are 0-4.
In the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fran Tarkenton.
Wow. So it took them decades of doing what the Bills were able to do in just 4 years.
Well, they did it pretty quick, though. Fran Tarkenton was, his career sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of him. The way you said it was like Fran Tarkenton was an awful quarterback.
What I meant by that is his when he goes to bed at night, I'm sure he sees those 4 Super Bowl losses in his sleep. Is what I meant.
He's still alive?
I think
if
he is.
he's dead, then he's not going to sleep at night. But either way,
I think he is.
No, he went to sleep one more time, and then that was it.
Fran Tarkenton
But
must
when
be
he went to
very
sleep
old.
that last time,
I think he's still alive, isn't he?
I don't know. I remember he was on That's Incredible. Remember that show?
Yes.
That's right.
John Davidson, Kathy
was old then.
Lee Crosby, and Fran Tarkenton.
That's right.
Well, everybody looked old then. Even when they were
course.
young, they looked old.
Because we were young.
No, I mean, it's just serious. There's a period of time where, like in the 40s, people in high school looked like they had a mortgage and 3 kids. Yeah, seriously, look at some old yearbooks. You'd see what I'm saying.
I forget how old George Costanza is supposed to be in Seinfeld, but it's his early 20s.
I mean,
They said he was supposed to be in his early 20s on that show. That's garbage.
I look at my senior
Just-
picture in high school. I look like I'm a teacher. So,
Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
yeah, I get it.
Moist one says, speaking of game 7, how about the 7 runs the Dodgers gave up to the struggling Cincinnati Reds?
And you want to talk about their 7-game lead? I mean,
It just makes everybody feel nice. Come on, give them what they want, Ralph.
Give them that one
Okay,
game.
It's
that makes them
Friday.
feel good.
Here is
Friday.
the list of Scotty Scheffler charges.
We need happy things on Friday.
Happy things.
Happy things. Like remembering that the Lakers won the in-season tournament and got swept gentlemen swept right out of the first round.
Still got a trophy and a banner.
If that's all that matters, and the trophy,
Number 18.
the
Hoist that sumbitch. Hoist it.
the trophy is
already been
useless, and
done.
so is the banner. Well,
18. It's on the second shelf, but it's 18.
Oh, brother. You did not buy a replica of that piece of garbage.
I sure hope not.
I don't even think they sell it.
I'm gonna
Again,
make one
I
for you.
sure hope not. So the list of Scotty Scheffler charges: reckless driving,
disregarding signals from an officer directing traffic,
Mm-hmm.
third-degree criminal mischief.
Mischief?
And
That sounds fun.
It's not. And second-degree assault of a police officer.
How did he assault the police officer?
With his car that the officer grabbed onto.
He didn't tell the officer, grab my car. That was
true.
an officer's
Well-
choice. That needs to be dropped.
They absolutely slapped that on him.
They
So,
just piled up some more charges. That's what they did because
Well-
they were grumpy, and then later they'll drop them.
He'll get out of it.
Yeah.
it's none of it's sticking. I'm just saying it's crazy that he got hit with all of those things, and only two of those things are really what happened.
Mm-hmm. CK says, "Mark my words."
Mark my words.
Do I need a red pen or a highlighter? Oh, he says all the charges will be dropped, and I hope Scotty sues the hell out of that police department and Detective Dumbass loses his job. You guys are skipping over the fact that he was told not to do something in an accident situation, and then he went ahead and did it. So even if I say the detective is a dumbass, but that doesn't mean the detective at that moment was wrong.
Right. The issue, of course, is did Scotty Scheffler knowingly ignore a police officer?
Sounds like he did.
Or did he ignore somebody he thought was security?
Doesn't matter.
I think it does, because the charge is literally the charge is disregarding off signals from an officer directing traffic. So
Well,
if
of course,
if he
now
was
he's gonna
not
say
acting
that.
as an officer
How do you
at
prove
that
that?
time,
How do you prove it either way? You can't prove it either way.
I mean, I don't know, but if someone was like, "Oh no, he was acting as security for the PGA," and da da
I
da,
thought
da,
it was security.
you know, he had a security jacket on, but if he didn't have anything that identified him as a police officer, how could Scotty know he was a police officer unless he told him?
Yeah, either way.
Either way, he's in the wrong. Doesn't matter.
I'm not.
He
I'm
is
not
in the
saying.
wrong, but
I'm not
saying
saying
you can't
he's
prove his thoughts
correct.
and
I'm
intent.
not, I am not. Well, the lawyer is going to obviously, they're going to take.
I'm lawyering the hell out of you right now.
They are going to take statements. I'm not arguing that what Scotty did was correct.
I object.
Right.
I am
You're just
arguing.
explaining.
Keon is
legal-
raising his voice and leading the
legally.
witness.
Legally, I am arguing if he is legally in the wrong, not morally, legally.
He's legally in the wrong.
If he ignored a security guard, that is not the same thing legally as ignoring a police officer.
So sign a check, sign a couple golf balls, and he'll be done.
The end.
Yeah, I'm just saying his lawyer's going to have a case there.
I lawyered the hell out of Keon there.
I think you
CK says you're skipping over a uniformed officer told him to go one way, but then Detective Dumbass in a security vest told him no. Well, back
That's
when
what I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
but-
hold on though. The uniformed officer told him something, but then it was further down. If the security guy says, "Hey, yeah, I need you to go over here," or even if he's getting it wrong, he's being directed at that point, and he shouldn't go against that direction.
Agreed, but legally, that's not the same thing as if he
Let
ignored
me
a
just tell you
cop.
what, I'm going to have a heyday going to the Renaissance Festival this season, because the next season, because when the security guards are directing me, I'm going to go up yours, woo, and then I'll be fine, because I will not get arrested for that at all.
Wow.
I
You
don't
can't
think,
even touch this.
I don't think that that's how that would work
I'm
either.
going to do
because
donuts.
you could be
I'm going to
trespassing,
drive all
which
over the
is
place.
Sounds
Scotty.
like we've got another thing happening, another courts drama playing out right
Oh,
before our
Lord.
very ears.
Well, we got to wait until next February though.
Huzzah!
I'll do donuts right there on the entrance off the 60. I don't even care. I don't even care.
Go for it.
Are you a cop? No. Woo! I'll have some.
That is not what anybody's telling you to do. So that's all you, man.
That's what I've learned from Scotty Scheffler. If it's not a
Instead of-
cop, I don't got to listen.
Instead of going, woo,
That's
you
not
should
what
go,
anybody's
huzzah.
saying. Now, Scott, I think Scotty had a definitely a mindset of, I am too important to listen to little people. I don't think that he would have seen a police officer
Detective
that way.
was a midget.
Yeah, is there midgets there?
I didn't think there was any.
Now
midgets
that
he
would
has
make
a-
it funner
He has
because
another
now
angle because he
Right.
could say, "I just simply didn't
he didn't
see him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a midget's hanging on the side of your car. You're not going to hear him.
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scotty's innocent.
Yeah.
Mm.
If
Plus,
this-
that's comical.
That's not what I said. But
if the
that's-
little people are
that's fine.
trying to direct traffic, unless it's a bunch of smart cars, you shouldn't do that.
and if they
Shouldn't
fall,
do
it's
that.
not far. I mean, they go right down.
Boy, they bounce.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
pretty
it's-
sure the midgets bounce.
This is why I watch the midget show.
Sure.
I like
Sure.
this stuff.
Well, this changes everything. Scotty
does.
Scheffler is innocent. Next case, please. I forget. Am I a lawyer or am I a judge?
You're actually not the judge.
You're neither.
I lawyered your
Neither.
ass hard.
You really didn't.
You should probably stand up.
You've proven not a thing, but that's
Your
fine.
ass legally hurts right
It's
now.
it's okay.
Ooh.
It's fine.
No, he's right. There's laws against midgets attacking cars.
That's not
there
a,
should be.
nope, I never
There
said
are laws
anything like
against
that either.
I've seen it.
mhm.
I absolutely have seen
All
it.
right.
There's a
Well,
law
take your
against
word for it.
midgets attacking cars.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, there's a law against anybody attacking cars, but to say that midgets aren't included, why you're anti-midget, Keon?
Oh boy,
Well, we're
He's
just, here we go again.
discriminating
We're-
against midgets.
We're
Taking
just
the small
making
claims.
we're just making lots of things up now. That's lovely.
We're gonna go to small claims. Oh my god! All right, let's take a break. We will come back and stop talking about Scotty Scheffler because I'm tired of him.
And midgets.
And I'll never be tired of that. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship, sponsored by Wrangler. It's Wrangler season out there. Open roads, endless horizons. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles. Xander Schauffele holding on to a one-shot lead at Valhalla in the second round. He's 12 under par. Schauffele on the island green at 13 with the waterfall frogs in the distance. Has about 12 feet for birdie coming up. Colin Morikawa 11 under, one back in the clubhouse. Scotty Scheffler also done for the day, 9 under. What a day. World number one was in the back of a cop car about 12 hours ago. He was arrested for reckless driving near the entrance of the golf club. Scheffler said he was rattled, to say the least. The officer actually took him to the jail, was very kind, he says, and talked him off the ledge, calmed him down. Scheffler was released hours later. He got back to the course, made his tee time, and shot 5 under 66. Scheffler's arraignment is scheduled for Tuesday morning. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Stop your grinding with Bucks Night Guard. Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91. Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Former CI officer Jason Hansen here. As someone who's dedicated my life to protecting people, I know the importance of guarding what matters most. And right now, with the global instability, that means securing your financial assets with gold. For me, I trust Advantage Gold with my own investments. Call them right now at 800-900-GOLD for a 100% free gold guide. And mention my name, and you'll also receive a complimentary $1,300 gift. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-GOLD right now.
Paid for by Advantage Gold. Performance may vary. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always consult your financial and tax professional.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
1580 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I couldn't think of a worse thing to eat before somebody says you're live on the air than peanut butter pretzels.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That was a very quick break. I did not expect that. All right, somebody else talk for a minute. I need a drink.
I mean, outside of the fact that you got caught with your mouth full,
Mhm.
I'm a little jealous of the peanut butter pretzels. I'd like some.
I can give you a couple.
I mean,
if you just concede that my legal case against you is brilliant, and I whoop your legal butt,
I guess I'm not having pretzels.
Wow.
These are Utz and wait, hold on here. Anderson, HK Anderson peanut butter filled pretzel nuggets that my wife got at the airport in Dallas. So you know that means they're really good.
Because they're from Dallas, the airport in Dallas,
or they're just really expensive.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look, just because it costs like a dinner at Kasai doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
it's at the same quality.
Well, I'm getting a lot of protein here, though. I will give you some though, because I am nice and magnanimous and generous in my whooping your legal butt. So let's go back to the text line 888-368-1580. T-Licious says, I actually gave a crap about golf. Okay, for once, when I heard he got arrested this morning. Then I heard Barney Fife was on the job, and I went right back to not caring.
Wow.
Randy's chuckle says, pretty sure Moist One is clinching and grinding after that commercial. What commercial?
Commercial.
Oh my God.
Which one would you clinch and grind to?
The night guard commercial that was on.
Was it sexy?
No.
Well, you're probably right, Randy's chuckle. He clinches and grinds at quite a few things that
Oh yeah. Yeah.
polite society would not agree with.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Brunswick guy says, I like how Keon is saying something like little people. Then he says, I didn't say that, when he clearly did say that.
Yeah, but
We-
but that's only because I thought I talked to people who were capable of understanding context, and that when I said
Mhm.
little people,
And
I meant in a social way and not literally their height. But that's fine. Again, that's okay.
We're learning about Keon even a couple of years later.
That's all right.
We're
Mhm.
learning about
Yeah.
his
Oh, yeah.
disdain for anybody under a certain height. That's fine. It's okay.
I don't have any such thing. But
Some
that's,
people-
if you like to write
some
fan
people
fiction about me, that's okay
See,
too.
some people see a midget and they're like, yay! And then Keon sees a midget and it's different. It's all right.
If you want to write fan fiction about me,
America
that is fine.
is filled with all
I
sorts
can't
of different
control
people.
what you do. Exactly. America is filled with
I'm
different
going to send
people.
you the
and
link to
sometimes
7 Little Johnstons, and you can watch it. It's still good.
I just don't like
It's
reality TV.
Says
So
that
that's
is
not
like
gonna-
a
Oh,
Johnson's.
it's reality TV.
Seven
Not
Little
because it's a
Johnsons.
bunch of small people.
No, I watch Kyler every Sunday.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
These are about his height. This works perfect.
It's true. It's true. Let's
Wow.
see. Slow Mo Zoe says, didn't Gary Coleman jump on the hood of a car? Oh yeah. He had a rough end there, didn't he? Baker's Cocky Hen says, so Scotty just basically ignored Kyler Murray. Oh, this is bad. Historian says, remember, gentlemen, the historian says that the facts cloud the issue. These are wise words. Swazman
Facts
says,
Cloud the issue.
yeah.
You can cloud the issue with all of these facts out there.
Why get hung up on
Wow.
facts?
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Wow.
Swazman says, I was a Marine and I'm a regular good citizen and a veteran, and I got pulled over for a broken windshield that happened the day before I got pulled over by those little motorcycle cops in Tempe. They are super overzealous, like them guys in Louisville. Did you drag one of them, or did they pull you out of the car and beat the hell out of you?
Jeez.
I'm just curious. Big George says, I've seen these entitled before. Are you talking about the
seen
cops?
these entitled before.
They act like they can do whatever they want on the road, disobey traffic commands, and when there is a crash investigation, they go around cones, drive over medians, ignore commands from officers, and later claim, oh, I didn't do that. Body cam footage will be the deciding factor here to see who's telling the truth. I think he's on the side of the cops. Probably because Big George is a previous prosecutor who's decided to sell out and become a corporate lawyer. He used to work for the public good. Now he works for MasterCard and Visa. Wilbur says,
wow. And us for some reason.
That's true. For us, pro bono. Mr. Wilbur says, if it was up to Ralph, that cop would be nominated for Comeback Cop of the Year, a.k.a. Geno Smith.
Comeback Cop of the Year.
I don't get it either.
I don't. All right.
I'm kind of lost.
That's the thing you say about Mr. Wilbur if you want to sort of excuse some of the weird stuff he says. You just say, take it easy on Mr. Wilbur. He's in a dark place.
Yeah, I don't see where his joke is going. Apparently he doesn't either, though.
He's in a dark place.
Needed to let that marinate a second.
Yeah.
Moist One says he could have just been a crazy fan and security jacket for all Scotty knew. Scheffler, whatever.
True.
CK says, so Keon is a feminist, but short shames little people. What about female little people? Is that a conflict? I can see how it would be.
Do you like making things up for fun? Is that your
Listen,
hobby
everybody
now?
has their own ears, Keon. Don't act like it didn't happen.
Everyone's got their own ears.
Some of them are just not working today. But again, do what you got to do.
Hefty Lefty says Scotty is the first player in the history of professional golf to get arrested in the morning, go on to shoot 5 under the same day. Guy is doing stuff you've never seen. What a legend. Yeah, that's the other thing. Forgot to mention, he shows back up at the golf course and they're like, you still want to golf? He's like, oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I'm willing
and
to
now
bet.
he just hit 66. He golfed a 66 this morning.
Which is incredible, but the pool of people who were both arrested in the morning of a golf tournament and then got to compete in said golf tournament, I think only includes Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, I think that's it. He's like the only one, maybe.
he might be the only one.
Yeah, plus minus a John Daly. You got to think somewhere
along the way that John Daly. That's you know what, that's true.
Well, he pulled out of the tournament there because I think he was like, well, he's like, I cannot do what Scheffler just did, so forget it. There's no point.
Golf cart or no.
The Tom says, I'm from Louisville. By the way, is it Louisville or Louisville? How do you say it? I mean, I've always said Louisville just because I like to. But I think it's Louisville, right?
Yeah, if you're in the South, it's Louisville.
It's Kentucky. Nobody cares when you're banging your sister. Anyway, the Tom says, I'm from Louisville, and since 2019, I'm embarrassed to say I am from there. Yeah, fair enough. No, I mean,
why?
Why only since 2019? That's the real question. But yeah, what happened in 2019, Tom? That's what we got to know. What happened then? Moisman said, "Comeback cop." Okay, God, you know where he's going with this.
Nowhere good.
I watched that movie last night.
Okay. I'm sure you did.
Okay,
I'm sure you did.
Let's
between you and your internet service provider, friend.
Let's talk about the
leave it there.
Talk
friend.
Awesome. Anytime anyone says friend like that, they're like, they're not your friend.
With a joke like that, we'll give it away.
I feel like we're not really friends right now. So the Knicks and the Pacers, they're playing at 5:30. And of course, Pacers are actually at home, so they are favored in this one. The money line is plus 200 for New York, minus 240 for the Pacers. And I was looking at the injury report. The Knicks have Anunoby's out. Let's see, everybody. Well, I mean, these guys you've known about: Dwayne Johnson, Julius Randle, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mitchell Robinson. So, and
The Rock is out.
Nobody matters for the Pacers, but these guys were out for the season for a while. So, all right.
Yeah, the OG Anunoby injury is a big one for the Knicks, because when they had him in games 1 and 2, they won.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have him for the next couple of games. They lost. They got him back for game 5. They won. And now he's going to be out again. So
he's not expected back till May 19th, according to this. So not today, not tomorrow. All right. So what do you think? Pacers, Knicks, feel like the Knicks should have put this thing away, man. They ought to put this thing away, right?
You think so, but again, I think OG matters in this series. He's a really, really good defender, and a nice shooter for them. And then,
well, if it goes to 7, it goes back to Indiana, right?
No, it's in Indiana today.
Yeah, I know it is. Oh, okay.
So it goes back to New York for game 7.
All right. Okay. So that's good for New York.
Yeah, it's good for New York in the long run, in that the home team so far continues to win in this series. So you can end it at home. But again, game 7s are risky. You try to close it out today if you can. It's just hard to do in Indiana.
So, the last game where the Knicks blew out the Pacers, it turns out the inspiration for that was an epic fart in the locker room. I'm not kidding. I guess they were all sitting there, right? And I guess somebody farted, one of them epically long ones that, like, oh my God, how does that even possible? And so there's, and that wasn't what got him. But when somebody turned, it's like, something's up with the pipes in here. That is what made everybody laugh. And I guess when everybody laughed and they got relaxed, and it loosened them up, and they just went out there and destroyed the Pacers.
Yeah, and they're also healthy, which helps. But
somebody's going to need a burrito to get this done.
You got to do it again.
We need a crucial toot.
A crucial toot. An epic flatulation.
Gotta blow that horn. I just
Rattle
love the fact
the cave.
that was the inspiration.
That was the inspiration to take down the Pacers in the last game. Well, all right, we'll see what happens here at 5:30 with the Knicks and the Pacers. You can watch that with your eyeballs on the ESPN if you want. But we'll keep you up to date on the scores for as long as we can. More to talk about when we come back. Keep it here, or don't. I don't give a damn. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship, sponsored by Weber Grills. Get the griddle that stays ready, not rusty. Fire up the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. Rain has subsided. Overcast skies in Louisville. There's another 2 hours of daylight remaining. Xander Schauffele, the outright leader at 12 under par. He's got 3 holes to go today. Colin Morikawa didn't let the rain bother him this morning. 6 under 65 to push to 11 under. He's 1 back. Sahith Theegala was cooking up a special round. 4 under midway through. He's 10 under, 2 back. But Theegala now in a hospitality area left of the 10th fairway. Scotty Scheffler among those at 9 under after a nightmarish morning. He said he didn't, quote, drop his name to police after he was arrested for reckless driving and assaulting an officer. Scheffler claims it was all a misunderstanding. Projected cut -1. Notables on the outside: John Rahm at even, Phil Mickelson +4, Tiger Woods +8. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Because you want to hear bacon and eggs on your outdoor griddle, not the scraping of rust. Introducing the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. Stays ready, not rusty, with a carbon steel cooktop, pre-seasoned and ready to cook on right out of the box. The Weber Slate heats evenly edge to edge up to 500 degrees. All you'll hear is the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable, available where fuel additives are sold.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime. When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room. Ralph from Harmon Solar has joined us, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. You know, we were talking about how what really loosened up the Knicks in the last game when they kind of blew out the Pacers was somebody really let it go. Ginormous fart in the locker room. Farts are always funny. I'm sorry. Farts have always been funny. They always will be funny. And if you think they're not, if you want to act like they're not, you're just kidding yourself. Let me show you the oldest, one of the oldest fart jokes that you'll see. 800 years old. Henry VIII had a book, and inside of it, it had this right here. And it was a joke about a bull having flatulence on some guys. See that? That's what that painting is right there.
I mean, I don't know why they're stabbing the bull, but then he goes, that's his weapon on
That's his
them.
revenge right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I don't know how it was phrased in the book. Yonder bulleth farteth on it. Yeah, I don't know, but that is one of the earliest printed fart jokes ever, and I guess they're just there's like that's some amazing kind of potent flatulence after it's being stabbed by a spear. I don't know why. Don't know what's happening here.
All right.
But yeah, that's how long fart jokes have been around.
Okay.
Ralph does not like fart jokes, I guess.
I mean, that's okay.
800-year-old fart joke is the ultimate. You had to be there to know
Like-
why it was funny.
But there's a really nice relief of it right there. Look at that. You got to hang that on the wall. You have to hang that right in the bathroom.
That's
In
a
the
good
bathroom.
That'd be a good bathroom. bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, why are these dudes stabbing the bull who's farting all over him? I don't know. But it's pretty. I'm going to have that printed and I'm going to have it, I'm going to hang it in my bathroom.
It's a bunch of bull crap, but yeah.
It is a bunch of bull crap. It's like, it's a little diarrhea looking, but I think that's supposed to be a fart, but whatever. Hey, let's talk a little college stuff real fast. I saw this 5-star wide receiver Decorian Moore has decommitted from LSU. Could we interest you in a school that starts with an A but also has an SU?
Appalachian State.
Shut up, Ralph. ASU needs friends.
ASU needs a lot more than friends.
So you think we could get Decorian Moore over here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all going to depend on, if Dillingham is able to be one of the first coaches to reach out to him, if he even fits what they want to do, if he thinks it's a good fit for him, if the NIL money looks good there.
Just say yes.
And
Why can't you just say yes? I mean, sure. Does that
I
make me
mean,
feel better?
Because there's a lot of factors
I'll
involved. I
forget
can't just
probably
say
by
yes.
the next half hour. You could have just said yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
the answer's
that's
no.
not honest. I don't know.
All right, so he had Ohio State, Oregon, and Texas in his top group.
Yeah, the answer's no.
We could try.
Yeah,
No.
you can try it. Like, seriously, reach out and see. But because you can always. There are players who are like, okay, I didn't know that that's the kind of thing you were building over there, and then they go. I mean,
feel like we need some friends over here.
It just depends.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
You're gonna have to see it on the field. That's usually more of it. But it's 1 year into a new coaching regime, and guys want to be highlighted on teams. If you can demonstrate that, I'll put you out on the field, I'll get you in front of eyeballs. People will watch you. You'll be able to start. You'll get lots of snaps. You'll play a bunch. That stuff works.
All right. We could use
I'm just not going to say
5-star.
bet on it.
I didn't say bet on it. Just
Good luck. That's all I'd say.
But
Shut up, Ralph.
Well, you're just not going to get a 5-star to come to Arizona State right now.
Well, that's just not true.
They're just not good. There's just nothing good about coming to Arizona State.
Look, they've already
the girls. The girls are always a plus.
If your goal is to play
and playing football
NFL
in the weather.
I mean, if you want to play in the NFL and
you
want to get noticed, you're not going to come to
ASU.
ASU.
Guys have been in the
there.
NFL.
There are players that got drafted from
I
Tulsa
I
and
understand
Cincinnati
that. I understand that.
and Central Florida.
Right.
So
I
no,
understand
that's not
that.
that's not
a good. It's not a good program.
It-
If GCU had a football team, they'd be better.
Oh yeah,
It's
and
not a good
US.
program.
That's
USC
not
is
how
so
that
good.
works. If
Yes,
my aunt
USC
had
was number
wheels,
3 in the
she'd be a
recruiting
bike,
class.
Ralph. That's not how this works. If GCU had a football
wait.
team,
What did you say? I missed
if
that.
my
What did you
aunt
say?
had wheels, she'd be a bike.
Would she?
What do you mean if GCU
Would she
had
be like a Peloton, or what would she be?
have no idea because she
Well,
doesn't have wheels, Ralph.
But she
GCU doesn't have a football
You know
team.
what I'm
what
picturing?
hypothetical are you
You know
making
them
up?
I just don't know if she's
The
stationary.
bikes with a giant front wheel and that little teeny back wheel.
No, the like
And she's got a
1920s bike.
parasol, in a big old sort of dress.
What are you like? What are you actually saying? You just said a made up thing, and you're like, if GCU had it, they don't. What are we talking about?
We're talking about bikes.
He's just trying to just poop all over ASU.
I understand that, but it's just like that. You could have picked actual teams that exist,
I've
and
just
he picked the
noticed.
team he had to make up.
Well, I've just noticed lately that it seems like ASU is being replaced by GCU in other sports, like baseball, like basketball. It just seems like their success is growing and ASU's is diminishing. That was my point. I get they don't have a football team, but I made the point that if they did, like every other sport, it seems, they would just take over ASU.
I wonder if they're thinking about doing that.
Well, they don't.
They should. I bet you they would do
I mean,
a better
when,
job.
when you have to build up your athletic department, and then when you get to a
better
certain
basketball
level,
program, better baseball program. I mean, you start seeing these things.
At some point, ASU will have an athletic director, and then if it's a good one, you can shut your face. If they don't, then I agree with you.
I mean, I'm just stating facts. I mean,
And I'll start
GCU has come a long way.
I'll just go GCU and I'll just won't mention ASU.
when they have a football program, then we'll talk. Until that day,
You know what? We're going to talk even then. So there.
but the Cole Martin transfer that they got from Oregon, that one's pretty nice. And Kamari Wilson, a couple of defensive backs, they got him from Florida, 3-star and 4-star respectively. And
That's what they're going to get.
Yeah, 4-star's pretty nice, man.
Yeah, but that's what they're going to get. They're not going to get the 5-star.
Well, no, not after
You're
one
just being
season.
that way.
No,
not
it's just a
after
fact.
not after just one season. That's just not true. Like
They're not going to get the 5-star guys right now. They're just not. They have to win. They got to do a better job of winning.
actually got a commitment from a 5-star.
Yeah, Ralph.
Local kid. I mean,
Like all of a sudden he's
Shows up.
over at GCU going, "Hey, you guys got a program?" I just want to check before I come over
He
here.
might be at NAU for all we know.
it's just I doubt that, but okay. Look,
They got a football team.
they do have a football team.
Kinda better
It's-
than ASU's right
It's
now.
really not.
Average Joe says, "Hey, Keon, if it had ham in it, it'd be closer to a British Cabanera."
No. Oh man, that's funny. That's
The
that's a
Tom,
deep dive of a joke. There.
yes. The Tom says, "Why cause of the multiple U of L basketball scandals and Breonna Taylor and shootings every night? And you can make fun of Kentucky all you want, but Arizona does have Tucson, and I consider it a wash." Oh no, we don't have Tucson. We have given that to Mexico. Don't even look at us. We don't have Tucson.
Is Tucson a no man's land?
It's
Because I can't imagine Mexico would be like, oh yeah, no, just send them over.
It's like the neutral zone on Star Trek. Nobody goes in there. Nobody wants to be in there.
Nobody comes out.
Yeah, football program.
All the Mexican people who are trying to come here for a better life are like, let's go through the Rio Grande instead. Let's just go to Texas. They don't want to go through Tucson. It's so bad.
They're getting 5-star recruits. At least they're a better program. So
Oh, shut up, Ralph.
just saying,
Just let
Are
it go.
they?
it's a better program.
Their coach just walked off, didn't he?
Still a better program.
Okay, so no, they're not.
Weren't they like
The coach
top 10
left.
last year?
Didn't their athletic department lose like $20 million?
200.
I didn't say they
$200
could-
million.
I didn't say they
Oh.
could manage money.
200 million.
Okay, yeah, you're not going to be a better program for very long if you just like lose $200 million in the couch cushions. You're not a better program.
Players didn't
You're
lose
just
it.
the players didn't lose it, but the department did. Like that's what
Just disappeared?
a program is. All the people in the
Oh, no.
in the program, not just
So,
the players.
Look what you've done, Ralph.
What have I done?
By just supporting U of A to
I don't
crap
support
on
them.
ASU.
I don't support them.
Jonesy's like, let's go, Ralph. Bear down. See, now they think you're on their side.
I
They're
care
gonna be-
less about U of A or ASU. I just think U of A is factually a better program by far. So
not
they
a
don't
better
have a,
football
uh,
program, and definitely not by far.
They don't
not
have
better
a head-
football program.
They don't have a head football coach. He's gone. The athletic director got fired for missing
Yeah.
funds.
But yeah, prior
far
to
away,
everything that happened in December, you had an argument, and the argument wasn't a by far argument.
Well, I'm what
Like I would trust
from last year?
by far.
Weren't they a top 10 program?
No.
What
They-
the hell
What,
are you
what
talking about,
football
Ralph?
did you watch?
Hmm.
Arizona was a top 10 win.
I think Ralph has
Ever?
Ralph has like his little card, right?
What
Like,
are you talking about?
You know when you go
I mean-
golfing and you keep score on the card there? Ralph has a card and it's got little boxes by it. Well, make Keon scream, make
It's not
Keon's
hard.
eyes bug out, make Keon's voice crack, and he just sits there and checks them off every time he's on the
I feel like
show.
I'm being attacked by midgets. I don't
It's
know what's
just well, look,
How would you know?
to
I can
me,
feel them chopping on my feet.
I mean, how would you know? You wouldn't feel it. It just what's going on down there?
you're just Arizona was a top 10 program last year.
Hey, compared to
hate
ASU, though.
I hate to tell you this, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Keon, and Jeffrey.
What?
Thank you.
I hate to tell you this.
Yeah.
Tell 'em.
Then don't.
No, tell 'em.
2023 college football rankings
Thank you.
From who?
from the AP.
The AP said that
AP
U
top
of A
25.
was top 10.
What number was U of A?
The AP top 25 at U of A as number 11.
Well, see, that ain't
And-
top 10. Haha, up yours.
And
Number 11.
AP AFCA coaches poll had U of A at number 11.
Thank you.
Suck it, Ralph. They're not top 10.
But you're laughing like they weren't even close. They were 11.
Why is Ralph so
that
loud?
that team, listen,
They were 11.
team was there getting
They ain't 10, Ralph.
ASU was 110.
get their
They were
offense
11.
packed in.
I mean, come on. You want to compare? What was the score when they played?
Though the year before, 70 to 7. So
Was it 77 or something? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That was ASU beating U of A.
Yeah, no, U
was
of
the
A,
score
U of
last
A,
year?
U of A beat them bad, but they didn't get
Bad.
close to 70.
CK says
60.
Ralph just thinks so highly of ASU that any team that beats them must be a top 10 program.
Yeah, it's just
Big George
He's
says
dreaming,
Ralph
man.
is defending you, Arizona.
I'm not
It's just-
defending them. I'm
it's
stating
over
just
facts.
that.
ASU?
It's just
I'm stating facts backed by Randy.
No, actually, your facts are incorrect.
No, they're correct.
Randy just proved your facts incorrect.
They were
You
correct.
did say top 10, Ralph, and they were actually 11.
Big George
Well,
wants
it's
to
a
know.
Baker's 10.
Big George wants to
Baker's
know if
10.
you're going to defend Diddy beating his girlfriend in that video.
No, I support it.
Well, I mean, you got to find out.
I
How
have
did
no idea what happened there. I don't
was supper ready?
yeah. I don't think that was the issue. That
I
man
mean,
was
if mine's
running,
not-
running down the hall in a towel.
I don't.
Mine's not. Pippi goes down. So
I don't know what it was about, and Diddy should rot in hell.
I have no idea.
Jonesy says the fact that the fact we lost so much money and still have better sports programs speaks volumes about ASU. Well, we will see this year because
you just lost the money.
yeah, Keon, we were like 13
misplaced.
seed this year in football. I'm disappointed in you. Well, you're not 10, are
Okay,
you?
did
That
you-
was the
did
point.
you-
You're not 10.
Did you maintain that
It's a
throughout the
Baker's
year?
10. It's a
Did you- or
Baker's 10.
did you
Baker's 10.
did you find yourself
Right.
falling off as
It's a
the
Baker's
season
10.
wore on?
Well, they were
Interesting.
11 at the end of the season.
Yeah,
So
Baker's
That
10.
was the final rankings at the end of the season.
I don't think that team's heading in a good direction. And I'm sitting here
But that
today to
wasn't the
tell you.
argument.
I'm sitting. You said right now they're a better program, and
Well, they
they are not.
The last time my eyes
They-
saw those two teams play,
Okay, well,
they were a better
okay,
program.
well, right now,
They
because
were.
that's literally what I said.
They
You
were.
said today. You said today they're a better
We
program
don't
by
know.
far.
We just don't know. But
They're-
they were. They were
they're-
last year. Give
Because
them that.
I thought Jed Fish was a really good coach. He's not the coach
so
anymore.
glad he's gone.
He's not the coach anymore.
bet
So
you
like,
are.
so now what's going on?
Slow Mo Zoe says, "Is Keon's favorite song the Randy Newman Short People?" Yeah, I think he'd love it if he heard
Wow.
it.
Wow.
Randy's Chuckle says, "Does Mr. Wilbur flip the bird at the radio when Fonzie's shilling at GAA stuff?" Oh yeah, the eyesight stuff. I don't know. Wilbur.
Well, I
Wilbur's
think
probably thinking he is, but he's probably just flipping off a light switch.
The
I mean, he's
counter.
like, we gotta aim Wilbur.
refrigerator.
I'm sure when he hears it, he could sort of little sonar kind of. Yeah, would he do that when he walks around the house? There it is. Now he knows where to flip off. Brunswick guy says Ralph has an interesting marketing strategy for his solar company. Insults all the local teams, including ASU. Support their sworn enemies. How does that company get any business?
It's not my company.
That's not his company.
Well, yeah, and
I'm not here representing them. I'm
and
representing
yeah, the sentence that I think the owner would say himself would be, "In spite of Ralph." I think that's actually on the letterhead.
Harmon Solar.
You got to remember the
In
owners
spite of
Harmon,
Ralph.
owner of Harmon Solar, they're hardcore Arizona sports fans. That's
Yeah.
their biggest fault.
If anybody tells Ralph to shut the hell up, it's them. Probably on a
They do on a daily
constant
basis.
basis. Fifth letter says U of A football is way better than Sun Devils. I'm a Trojans fan too. If you watched both teams play last year, the Wildcats were a way better team on both sides of that ball. Yeah,
Well, I
last year.
Granted, I would say yes. U of A had a better football program last year. Right
But
now, though,
Dillingham is improving the ASU situation. Dillingham is shown to be, so far a pretty decent coach. We'll see what he does when he gets better players, and they've been building on it, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't know until we see him start playing.
They'll get 3 wins this year.
Shut up. Fifth letter says, Keon, you tripping, bro.
Sure.
Wilbur says Keon is called a 7-game winning streak.
7-game winning streak.
Yes, a 7-game winning streak. Suck on that.
For who?
Well, okay.
U of A. He's Mr.
Oh.
Wilbur.
Okay.
He says, and by the way, we beat ASU 59-23.
Yeah, that's a beating.
Yeah, but we beat you 70-7. So there. Average Joe says Arizona finally had a good football season for like the first time in like a decade, and all of a sudden Ralph has them being like the CFP next year.
No, I was making a point that they were better.
They had which you're wrong, because the coach.
I'm not wrong.
The coach.
They weren't better. We got worse.
The coach that put them up to that is not there anymore.
I get
How
that.
can you say that they're better then?
They're still more talented.
Did they keep all those players?
They kept a lot of them. A couple of them didn't go with the coach.
Yeah,
a couple of the main, like the quarterback.
Yeah,
didn't go.
like
the main guy.
Yeah, the quarterback is huge, but you take some offensive linemen with you, or some receivers with you, or some defensive players with you. That's not the same team.
I really like their quarterback.
Really?
I think just him alone makes them a better team.
I feel like all this arguing is going to make DeCurry and Moore not want to come here. Can we?
He doesn't even know where Arizona is.
I think we need.
Well,
he's looking at Texas and he's looking at Ohio State.
You have no idea what his sense of geography is. His teachers might have been very good.
His sense of geography is Ohio State and Texas.
Those are the schools he wants to attend. He doesn't know where Arizona
you're probably
is.
right. He doesn't know where Arizona is because he's from Texas, and the education system there is just god awful.
Oh my gosh.
Ringless Joe says the Timberwolves Nuggets series is one of the strangest I've ever seen. None of the games have been close. They've all been one-sided blowouts. The only question left is who's going to blow out who on Sunday?
It'll be a close game.
Don't know.
You watch. That'll be the game.
They're both dialed in on the same day.
Last second shot. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know who we want. I guess we'll just have to see. Navy Devil says ASU has the #1 football recruiting class in the Big 12 right now. Arizona is ranked 15 in recruiting in the Big 12. Thank you, Navy Devil. You are correct.
I'd have to verify that.
You're not going to believe
a
Navy
talking
man?
about for today?
You're not going to believe a Navy man?
No, like
No, I don't.
No, they got a
Both
couple.
think all the
They
time.
got a couple of 5-stars
wife
in their
was the Navy.
2025 class.
I can't help that.
She will whoop your ass.
I can't help that.
Fifth letter says Keon, 80% of the roster is still there. What are you saying? You tripping, LOL.
Okay.
Damn, that was a good argument. It really was. I just feel, yeah, no, it works for
No,
me.
I mean, I could go with. All right. Anyway, whatever. No, I'm just not going to do this. It's fine.
See, Keon goes with, okay. When any of us would be like, suck it. Bruno Baller says, this will be the first season with the expanded 12-team playoff. I'm really looking forward to that. All right. Well, enjoy that for a moment, and then more changes on the way, I'm sure. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back, a couple more college things, and then we'll move on to grown-up stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Paid for by government.com. Did you hear? A recent stash of $20 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 50 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-456-2466, and you are guaranteed a $20 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-456-2466. Call now, and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $75 value free with every order. Call 1-800-456-2466 now to secure your $20 gold Liberty coin dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-456-2466.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off Duration and Super Deck products May 17th through the 20th. That means 30% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 30% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
Hey, everybody, it's Mark Asher with Josh Garcia of the Miracle Mile Deli. Josh, I want to thank you and your family for making such a huge difference over the last 75 years in the restaurant business in Arizona.
Thank you, Mark. It's been a privilege and an honor to serve generations of families like yours in the Valley over the last 7 decades, and we are extremely grateful to be celebrating our 75th anniversary in 2024 with a variety of different specials. So come on down to our Phoenix location at 16th Street in Campbell with your family and friends and celebrate with us. For more information, visit miraclemiledeli.com.
Hi, I'm Ralph Romano.
And I'm Neil Lynch.
And we're the Weekend Warriors.
So, Ralph, what are the Weekend Warriors all about?
Well, we talk about sports.
National sports?
Of course.
Regional sports?
Sure.
Arizona sports?
Yeah. And we also interview local athletes, coaches, and sports-related business owners to share their amazing stories.
But what if they don't have an amazing story?
Then we talk about something else. You know what, Neil? You're fired.
Again? Well, listen in for great sports talk, amazing interviews, and to see if I have a job next week.
You won't. It's the Weekend Warriors every Saturday at 10 a.m. right here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So, as they say, the Sharks are circling, and NCAA's got we got plenty of chum in the water around them. They are not looking good to survive a whole lot longer. But now FSU is petitioning the NCAA. They're like, hey, how about you rescind the penalties with them NIL recruiting violations from before, huh? Well, what do you say we just, get rid of that? And I'm sure the NCAA is going to be like, we need the money because things are about to get real ugly for the NCAA.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty bad. You're looking at a situation where not only are they going to have to pay players, they might have to back pay people, which is
that's the end. That is the end.
That's going to cost so much money. It might actually kill them.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't even matter if they say yes or no. So if the NCAA says, okay, fine, we'll go ahead and rescind those penalties, they're no better off. And if they decide, nope, we need that money for legal fees. So, I just don't know. I mean, the penalties, what were the penalties for FSU? Was any of it financial or was it just all, recruiting stuff and scholarship reductions? I think there was a fine though.
There was. I think it's mostly just the financial. It's kind of connected because the financial would be to recruit people is how you would be directly involved in that. And of course, there's some stuff where they scammed some players, where players were led to believe that they were going to get paid, showed up, and then didn't really.
In that case, no FSU. We're,
not much of a case there.
Yeah. But, I guess, like I said, the Sharks are circling, and you're going to see more and more things like this. And other people going, yeah, I think we're just not going to pay you at all. We don't think you're going to be there tomorrow. Why would I pay that now? I don't have to pay nothing. Yeah, you just come back next week if you exist.
If you're still around,
right? Yeah, I mean, this is just such a weird thought process. Can you guys actually envision a world without the NCAA?
Yes.
I mean, I know on principle, and we're annoyed, and we feel like they've screwed so many things up, got so many things wrong. But isn't there going to be a void of leadership or something? I mean, I know leadership with air quotes, but do you know what I'm saying?
There will be leadership, though. It's not going to be no regulation and no organization. But I was reading about how, a massive conference realignment is, I still think, very much on the way. The ACC is already worried about Florida State and Clemson leaving. And if those two schools leave, the ACC is going to be on life support. And at that point, a lot of these big college football think tanks, these big, groups of people who are, the movers and shakers in college football, the people kind of behind everything that are very interested in directing where this sport goes. They're talking about making a super conference that kind of rolls up the SEC, Big 12, Big 10. And then we're talking about promotion and relegation as well. So you have that super conference, and then the bottom schools in that conference get dropped down. and schools that are, you know,
Can't wait,
in the
man.
lower conference come up.
Couldn't there be a hostile takeover of the NCAA and then retool that to be everything you're saying that they want it to be?
I mean, there could be, but it just seems like the easier thing is to just stop listening to them and
Yeah,
do
you don't
your
need
own
them.
thing. You just literally do not need
No, I
them.
don't mean talking. I mean, just
You
take
could-
it over. Take it over.
you
Throw
could,
everybody out.
But you could also just form your own organization with
Yeah,
the
but now we
major
gotta
conferences
print
that
new
exist.
And
I don't think
there's
they
new
mind.
logos and
The money is
God.
going to be going into some wildly different places. I don't think they care.
The two
New graphic designs,
I know,
new
it just-
logos,
the two
print
super conferences
papers.
is going to be cool.
How long until this happens, you think? How long until the NCAA ceases to exist?
3 years.
Because you still have a Big 12, a Pac-2, you know? So
You're going to have two super conferences like Keon just talked about, in my opinion, with the relegation as part of it, which I think is going to be awesome. I think in 3 to 5 years, you're going to see that. And those conferences will create their own leadership and the NCAA will be out of the picture. They can still be there, but no one's going to care because no one's going to care about anything that they say because they're not going to relegate these super conferences. They're just going to be gone.
There's going to be some
Right.
irrelevant schools, and I'm using that in quotes as far as athletics goes,
Right.
left behind that they're not. They may still listen to the NCAA to have something, but you know, I mean, your Big 10, SEC, Big 12,
Yep.
and whatever schools decide to leave the ACC before that thing dies, which I think that's 2 years away from just disappearing.
all right. So in 2
They're
years,
out.
what do you think they're going to call this thing?
I don't
They
know.
got to call it something. There's
I'm
got to be a
sure.
logo.
But I don't think that they have a name for it yet. I think
Yeah.
they're trying to just make sure that they've got all their ducks in a row so that they can do it. Because when you read some of the stuff that they want to do, it seems like they've got a roadmap, like they've got a plan already laid out of where they want this thing to go and how they want to get there. So I don't know what they're going to call it, but it already has an organization.
I think their last biggest hurdle to getting this thing really starting to go was getting rid of the Pac-12. And I think once that just fell apart and those teams finally committed to leaving, now the plan's moving forward. Because I think that was one of the big issues.
Yeah, I mean, one of the top officials in the ACC said that the Big 10 and the SEC are cutting them and watching them bleed out. So it's like
Right.
they know that this is the plan.
Well, what happens if the Pac-12 rebuilds itself? Where they still have the Oregon and Washington. What if
They'll
they
be
bring in
with who?
There'll be a lower conference. There'll be nothing.
anybody they can find?
They won't be a Power 5 conference as
Yeah,
we
they'll be a
we
WAC.
described.
So they
it,
don't
yeah.
care
So
what
yeah,
happens
like
to
no
them.
one's
Okay.
going to give a damn about what those schools do. Sadly, because I do think that those two schools left, I think that they should try to join a conference because I think that they are good programs, but it won't matter if they try to build up the Pac-12 again, because who are you going to pull in there that's going to carry that level of weight and compete for national titles and all that stuff? Like I just don't see it.
Hey, who's buzzing? Somebody's buzzing. I hear like a ground hum coming from somebody. Who's doing that? Damn you kids. Oh man. Hey, we should invite somebody to join the Zoom. I think we should.
Who?
I don't care.
Anyone?
I don't know.
So I'm trying to understand why.
We're talking about
portal.
talking about college football, and then there's a buzz, and now we're going to invite somebody to join the show.
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't
Big
know what,
George, start dialing in.
I don't know what inspired me, but it was two separate things, and I just went from one to. I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired right now.
You seem very tired today.
No, we're in the portal between New York and Ireland, and the other day we were saying, well, we should get somebody who they can come to this portal, and then they could wave at us or something, or we just invite everybody, and then everybody's there. But then we were worried that people are going to, well, we just have to ban Moist One.
The thing that shut down the actual portal.
Right. I mean, well, it's not so bad. I mean, some of it's bad. I don't know.
We should start soft.
It's
like
just
Big
we're
George, maybe.
streaming on YouTube, and we will absolutely get our channel knocked off if we
I feel like Moist One's always soft.
I don't start soft.
Oh boy.
No.
Well, we could invite select people we know we can trust.
Name one.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't.
Big George.
I can't right this moment think.
Can't think of one.
George will need 2 cameras. He's very tall. He's
Even
I can't
sitting
look at
down.
him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Swazman says, ready for summer. Okay. He says, oh, I'm ready for summer with the animals here in Arizona. Lots of shade and full time fetch. I remember everybody. Listen, I'm a pet sitter. He says you guys should hire me, even though I normally work in the East Valley. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how my dogs are going to swim. My dogs I have not thrown in the pool yet, or coaxed in the pool. I guess you're not supposed to throw them in.
Sure.
You know, when you throw a dog in the pool, they just pee automatically.
I did not know
So
that.
do a lot of adults. I mean, so
I know I do.
I like to do it from the diving board, and then everybody gets out. And I got the pool to myself.
Yeah, there it is.
Mr. Wilbur says they call it the NCFL, National College Football League. Well, no, this has to cover all sports, so it can't be that.
there's already a movement right now to create a different league where the kids don't go to college and right out of high school, they join this competitive football league where they're going to start building conferences where they're trying to get the whole college student athlete thing out of the equation.
And that already exists for basketball.
Yeah. And they're doing that for football right now.
It's called Overtime Elite. You go there, you just play. It's scrimmages, it's practices, it's working out.
Yeah, it's basically being a pro without being a pro.
The Thompson twins that got drafted a couple years ago.
They had that song "Hold Me Now."
Hold me.
Different
twins,
different Thompson twins.
Thompson twins.
Different Thompson twins.
Smell my fart.
Yeah.
But they were at Overtime Elite and they got drafted in the
But they
top
were out of
5.
the UK. What are they doing in the United States?
Yeah,
Thompson
because they're
twins?
not the same Thompson twins
Are
you're
you
talking
sure they're
about.
British?
They're not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I
British.
was.
No.
This was back in the day when I was doing music radio,
Mhm.
I was getting frisky with one of the members. Yeah.
You got
Really?
frisky with one of the Thompson twins?
Oh yeah. But there's
Was
three
he
of them.
nice?
No, she
Oh,
was very
she-
nice.
she.
Yeah. She
The
was
one with the
very nice.
hair and the no eyebrows?
Yes. Mhm.
Wow.
I was getting frisky with her.
Really?
That was years and years and years ago, guys.
Hmm.
You got frisky with a Thompson twin?
Oh yeah.
What'd you do with an English beat?
Listen, I never had the opportunity to be a part of that, but there were many celebrities I got frisky with. Yeah.
How many were aware of this?
Oh, they all were.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they all were.
Good thing there wasn't social media back then.
Mm.
So now I hear a
See, that's
Thompson
what
twin
was
song.
great back in my day. See,
You can get away with that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
oh yeah. Mhm.
I hear a Thompson twin song. I'm going to hear it very differently now.
You should.
Especially Hold Me Now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Brunswick guy says, or even better, USC gets relegated down to the Pac-2. Karma, baby. Karma.
Why would
Yeah.
USC get relegated to the Pac-2?
And why would the
Just to
Pac-2
bother
be
Ralph.
the conference below?
It'd be the- it'd be
Would
the
there be a
Pac-3.
bigger conference below with more teams that aren't in the
Right.
in the top super conference? Why would it just be 2 teams?
Big George says, we're welcome to have a portal in his house. He says, I'll face it towards the ocean so you can enjoy. You can't see the ocean from your house, you liar. Carlsbad? You
Bet
can't
he
see the
can.
ocean from Carlsbad.
Depending where he's at, yeah.
Bet he can. Yeah.
I bet he
Yeah.
can't.
Well, I bet he can. He's above everybody. Remember?
He's trying to help. Well, that's a good point. The height.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about the height.
Yeah.
Ringless Joe says college sports are boring. I don't know if that's true.
That's not true.
College sports are not boring. College football is exciting and fun.
It actually is. He says, who
College
wants to see?
baseball is a fun sport to
Yeah.
watch too.
Also true. Who wants to see the third best athletes play when you can see the best athletes play instead? Well, you got to have college sports to create the professional
It's
sports.
like, where do you think the best athletes come from? I'm very fascinated by this.
Oily Stool says, well, now we all know why Randy's first marriage failed. It's one of the Thompson twins.
No, actually, it had nothing to do with my first marriage.
Yeah, he wasn't married when he was canoodling with the Thompson twin.
No, I was not.
Bruno Baller says, apparently in the 80s,
Yes.
Randy was the ladies' man.
I was.
She was kind of scary looking, though, wasn't she? Was she
was
scary?
very nice,
looking?
though. She was very nice.
You know,
cute.
when a girl doesn't have eyebrows and frizzy hair, I'm thinking someone's going to get hurt.
She might be a little fun.
She was very nice. A very sweet young lady. I don't know what she's like now.
I mean,
could be an alcoholic. Who the hell knows?
I just feel
I
like
don't know.
no eyebrows and frizzy hair. I'm thinking, please don't look back here.
It was just the look. That was
you know?
just the look.
It's like, remember the girl from Missing Persons?
Mm-hmm.
Missing
Missing Persons. That was. Isn't that who's married to? She was on the NBC Voice thing. She's married now to the country guy.
What's her name?
No, that's not Missing Persons, girl.
Yeah, she was in Missing
No,
Persons.
she was in No Doubt.
She was in No Doubt, but
not
wasn't she
Missing
also
Persons.
in?
No,
All right,
you're
we're
thinking of
solve this
somebody
right
else.
now.
I guarantee you, it was
talking about
900.
Del Bosio. Del Bosio.
Del
was
Bosio's not Gwen Stefani, Randy.
Oh, that's it. Sorry.
Del
You're
Bosio
right.
was
I'm
very
wrong
good
again.
looking. Remember how good
I'm
looking
wrong
she
again.
was back in the 80s?
Gwen
I'm-
Stefani was my eyebrowless, from my age group, not from
You got
yours.
frisky with her?
No.
I don't mean your age group.
No.
You're an 80s person.
I didn't get frisky with nobody. I was professional.
Child, please.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, I had a chance with Tiffany. I think I had a chance with Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Yeah. Remember
The
her?
mall girl.
What? Yeah,
The
the mall
girl.
mall singer girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
Have you seen her lately? Have you seen her lately? Good
No.
thing you didn't.
Not as impressive as the Thompson twin. I'll give you that. Big George says, if I go up on the deck, I can most definitely see the ocean. Yeah, you can, and nobody else in your house.
But George, remember, when you go up on the deck, you've got to wear that red light hat so airplanes don't crash into you.
Yeah, the blinking red highlight. Remember that Spock hat that used to have That's what he needs.
Yep.
Didn't you have something you wanted to talk about in college sports, Keon? Remember we were talking?
He's gone. The conversation went to the
Keon's
80s. He
working
he
on other
checked out
things.
when we
Yeah.
started talking 80s.
Well, yeah, you for 6 minutes. I wasn't alive then. What am I supposed to add to that conversation?
Well, nothing.
No, and
Remember
I
I mentioned I'm very tired and psychotic. I'm psychotically tired.
Yeah, and I already mentioned it.
Oh,
yeah, a couple of players ASU was Cruton.
Now I
Oh,
want
you
a
mean
crouton.
the number one team in the Big 12? Oh, okay.
Who doesn't like croutons? Everybody likes
Oh,
croutons.
I love croutons.
Oh,
I can't-
garlic,
I can't-
garlic
I don't-
crouton. Oh, you don't like croutons, Rob?
I can't eat them.
God damn you and your gluten bull crap. I almost said it. I'm so tired. I almost
careful.
I have to make gluten-free ones.
Big George says, Jeffrey, we all know you got frisky with Britney Spears. How else do you explain why she follows you on the Twitter?
Yeah, it's true.
I can't explain it. That doesn't mean I made out with Maria Shriver either. So, I don't know why these people have I mean, they probably follow a bunch of people. I wouldn't worry about it, George. I did not make it. No, although she is the kind of crazy I have entertained. I'm just saying. I mean, there has been.
Why do you always attract the crazy
Not
ones?
always. My wife
Oh,
says.
just mostly.
What my wife says. And I say, there were more than a few girls that I did date and it ended nicely. And it was like, oh, well, have a nice, it wasn't like cars coming through the front of the house kind of thing. Not always. Not always.
Not always.
Some of them just ended nicely.
Just mostly.
More than should have been, I think is the best way to put
More
that.
than average. More than average.
We're just going to take a break now. When we come back, we'll be talking of other things. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship, sponsored by Fidelity Wealth Management. Xander Schauffele keeps motoring along. He's in the fairway at 17, leading at 12 under par, but maybe Sahith Theegala can catch him.
16 feet 6 inches. The putt here back up the hill. It's not a lot in this. And that ball goes right in the middle is what it does. Right in the middle for Sahith Theegala. He is back to 10 under.
Gotta love DP. Dennis Paulson with the call. Theegala had bogeyed the 10th. So with that birdie, Theegala now 2 back. Colin Morikawa 1 back at 11 under. Scotty Scheffler 9 under par. He had overwhelming support from the fans after his arrest early this morning. There was an increased police presence near Valhalla after John Mills was struck and killed by a shuttle bus at 5 a.m. Eastern. Mills was working security for the event. He was 69. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Traveling, volunteering, spending time with family. What's your retirement look like? With income planning from Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy that considers things like market conditions and healthcare expenses, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy whatever comes next. Visit fidelity.com/income planning. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-627-7754. 800-627-7754. 800-627-7754.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time. Like right now.
Or right now.
Or even now.
Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Hippie No Stockings text is in. Hippie says, speaking of dating girls, you want to know what kind of girl Ralph was known for dating for before me?
Oh, wow.
None. That's what he told you. Is she the jealous type, man?
She's a lot.
She just dropped the bomb on you right there.
Yeah, it's a folk man, whatever.
She dropped the bomb on you.
She was dating.
Ralphie,
She was dating guys 20 years older than her. So.
At least she was dating. So who were you? Where did you tell us the story? How old were you? Where were you? How'd you meet Hippie?
I knew her brother. I was actually in school.
So you were dating her brother first?
No, I was in a class with him. I was actually in trade school.
Oh,
learning automotive mechanics.
How old were you?
I was
13.
So this was 19.
Cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
1989. So I was 20. I was
you were like 30.
22-ish.
Okay.
When I met her, and then she came to bring him lunch one day, and I thought she was cute, and I thought I would maybe want to get with her. And
are you still friends with him? Because like you look at it from his point of view, dude, that's my sister. You know,
he didn't mind because she was a pastor's kid, and so in order to go out with her, you had to be chaperoned. So for 2 years we were chaperones. So I used to have her brother come along, and I would just give him the keys to my motorcycle, and he'd go away.
So you were 20, what?
22-ish.
How old was she? Did you needed a chaperone?
20, 21. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a strict.
She like 16 at least.
She was like
right?
it was a strict upbringing. She was a pastor's kid, so it was like
she needed a chaperone at 20.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like living in the 50s.
That was for the protection of her male friend.
It didn't work. I mean, I just paid off the chaperone and just gave him my keys to my motorcycle and said, "Here, go away."
Ooh, that could have really bounced back on you if he got hurt on the motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have happened, I would have dealt with it. But looking back, yeah, it was stupid. But now I don't talk to him anymore. But
you don't talk to her brother?
No, there's a lot around that. But
it's because you banged his sister. I think that's probably enough, right there.
Let's just say I wasn't liked by her family very much, and they'd love me now. But
should we pray for you?
It's hard to believe that they didn't like you, Ralph.
Well, I was the guy with the long hair and the earrings, and I drank and I smoked, and she was this good little Baptist, piano playing girl. So,
and now you look like you could go as Henry VIII for Halloween because you got the beard and all that stuff and the short hair. You get one of those little. We'll get you an air filter to put around your neck, and then you wear like a smock. You're Henry VIII, and then see if she'll go as Anne Boleyn.
Anyway, hey, at least we're still married. We've been married for 31 years.
Yeah,
good for you, man.
Wow,
congratulations.
Those are two people who are committed to not talking after the argument. They just how long? What's the longest you've gone without talking?
About a month.
See, that's healthy. That's such a good relationship. No, I'm serious.
I see Keon's face when I said that. No, it's happened.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm saying
We just
No,
don't-
not my future.
We
That's
just don't. We just don't fight. I mean, it's seriously. We get along. We're very good together.
I'm wondering if she's going to text in now.
She's got that. Go text in now and see what you got to say. You know we're good together.
Hefty Lefty says Ralph saved himself until marriage.
No, that's not true.
And now she helps him save himself all the time. Vic George says, can we ask Ralph that hold on a second.
Oh gosh.
Some sports question here.
Oh,
Don't worry, it's about sports. Thinky wheel of death on the text line right now.
About dating. It's good.
In sport inventory question from the other day. No,
Sport inventory.
No, he answered it. He did text in and answer it, but it was too late. So
I did.
Yeah, you did. When we asked about the championships and stuff.
Oh yeah, I beat all of you.
Of course. Well, when you follow that many teams.
No, it was only 4 teams, and I beat all of you. It wasn't even close.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to change the subject. So, do you like Pizza Hut? Do you like Pizza Hut, guys?
No,
I used to.
I like Pizza Hut. Okay, I don't got no problem with Pizza
It's
Hut.
all right.
Well, so here's the thing that when I was in Southern California, and there was a Del Taco nearby, and when the Del Taco, so I go in there, I'm like, all right, I'll try some Del Taco. I just want some Taco Bell type stuff, so I go through the Del Taco, and I'm like, what the hell is this? They got burgers and fries and all sorts of chicken.
Oh, yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
And
Burritos, it's good.
it was weird, and I'm like, that doesn't seem right. You're Del Taco, do tacos. If you're a burger place, do burgers. And I didn't say anything. I didn't start like a fight in the lobby, but I was a little bit like weirded out by it. And every now and then, fast food joint ends up infringing on another brand's territory. You know, like in the 80s when McDonald's, they're like, we've got pizza. You're like, what? They did, and it didn't work out. So now Pizza Hut says we're going to have burgers at Pizza Hut. Sort of. They're called cheeseburger melts, and they're described as a Parmesan crusted thin crust melt folded and loaded with beef, applewood smoked bacon, onions, mozzarella, and cheddar. And this is what this monstrosity looks like right there. It just looks like it looks like a melt.
It's a hamburger on a pizza crust.
Yeah, I'm not impressed, to be honest. They say they're embracing the fact. They're like, hey, say goodbye to the soggy bun. Wait, who gets a soggy bun in a burger delivery? I've never seen a soggy bun show up.
A soggy bun, and also let's get rid of the soggy bun and give me something that's literally covered in cheese.
That just
That's like I got the same problems.
So it's a little bit pizza, a little bit burger, a lot like a quesadilla, if you ask me. Like a really unhealthy one, like the one our kid makes at the house, or the 18-year-old would be in there like making a quesadilla. He puts butter on it and then cheese, and he fries the cheese into the tortilla from the outside. I'm like, you're just making a mess, kid. You can put all that stuff inside the quesadilla and it'll be fine.
He doesn't put it inside?
No, he does both. He crisps it. That makes it crunchy on the outside.
Cheese on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's odd.
I don't like it. It's a mess too. But this cheeseburger melt comes with their special world's best burger dipping sauce, whatever the hell that is.
Probably Thousand Island dressing.
It's just the number. It's the go-to sauce of burger places. Yeah.
$6.99. $6.99 for one of these things.
No,
thank you.
No.
Do you remember when Taco Bell used to do the Bell Beefer?
The Bell Beefer? That
Yeah.
sounds.
You don't remember that?
I remember that.
It was
Yeah.
2 hamburger buns with sauce and then all the taco stuff inside. It was called
the Bell
Beefer.
Beefer. Yeah,
It was
Never-
basically a taco hamburger.
You guys are way older than me, so I don't know.
This is like mid 80s, 84, 85. I mean, they had Bell Beefer. Look it up.
I didn't get it out much.
Keon, you don't like that? I saw your expression. I mean,
Bell Beefer?
Yeah, no, it's just got a funny name.
Sounds
all.
like too many other things that rhyme with beef.
It's not
a Bell Beefer.
Some
it doesn't
nasty
sound-
things that rhyme with eef.
It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound bad. It's
that's
got
a great
very-
texture.
it's got
That's a great
hilarious-
texture name. The Bell Beefer.
Bell Beefer.
That's a texture name.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said Bell Beaver. I thought you were
Yeah,
going-
Bell Beefer.
Well, no, you can't
Different
say
way.
the other thing. Yeah.
No. Hey, I learned something the other day that was
What, the Bell Sheether?
yes.
Mm.
I learned Chick-fil-A. You know what they
Uh-huh.
used to be called originally? They were started in 1946. I didn't know that, but Chick-fil-A. You know what their name was?
Mm-mm.
I'm not making this up. Dwarf Grill. I'm
Dwarf?
serious. It was the Dwarf Grill.
Back to the little people.
That has to be the greatest name change.
Why would you change it?
I don't know that they would have become quite the establishment that they became if they were still called Dwarf.
Oh, they'd be bigger.
Would they?
Well, okay, maybe Dwarf. Maybe 1961 is when they changed their name from Dwarf Grill to Chick-fil-A.
Do they have midgets working there? That would be cool.
Good God!
Could you imagine going into a dwarf grill with a bunch of small people?
Yes,
That would be. I would go just for the show.
Yes, but I feel like that's wrong. But I still would go too.
Absolutely.
Big George says, Jeffrey, sadly, Pizza Hut is some of the best pizza around here in Southern Cal. Only place that's better is Rosati's. Phoenix has Southern California beat when it comes to pizza with all those good New York style and Chicago style pizza places and stuff. Now I want pizza.
Yeah.
And there's still an hour of this damn show left. Jonesy says, hate to break it to you, but that 18-year-old is baked as hell making those.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Making the.
Can I tell you?
I've forgotten where we've been. We've gone to
Can I tell you,
Chick-fil-A.
though? Can I tell you the truth, though?
Belly furs.
He's not cool enough.
He's not cool.
He's not. That ain't that kid. He ain't, I know what you're saying, but he ain't doing that.
He ain't cool enough to get baked.
He ain't doing that. Sun Devil Raul says promotion audio clips on 1580 states lies. It said Blender show is your key to sports talk. What a joke. Bite my ass, Sun Devil Raul. It's Friday. I'm extremely tired. We talk a lot of sports, and there's a cure for that. A couple notches over, just dial, just go right ahead.
I mean, I don't know. We got Scotty Scheffler. We got the NBA playoffs. We got a bunch of college football stuff. What else could you ask for? We just sprinkled in some of the other things, and you just.
I do what I want.
Got my inventory.
Showed up now.
18 titles.
Well, nobody cares.
18.
18.
No, 18 titles.
It's not
18. Yes, it is. 18.
Not if you're counting in season.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
12 Lakers, 3 Dodgers.
In season. When I think of Ralph, I just
2
think
Kings
of,
and a Seahawks.
I think of another word, incontinence. So
that'd be season 8.
Speaking of incontinence, I feel like this is going to give you some. I think that Pizza Hut thing is going to get you.
That would
absolutely.
Oh my God! Did you hear about that guy? I felt bad for him. This 27-year-old guy from Costa Mesa. He's facing charges because he threatened to kill a doctor because the doctor gave him near constant diarrhea. Now I feel like that justifiable. I don't know how long he should be in jail, but if somebody gave me near constant diarrhea, I might want to have a little violence myself. But this guy Robert McDougal, to make sure everybody knows his name, has ulcerative colitis, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a painful condition, affects the bowels.
Yes.
He had major surgery in 2020. And they had to remove his colon. Didn't leave him any, not even a semicolon. And thank you. But now he finds out that is probably not necessary. And he says it's caused him to have daily attacks of diarrhea 15 times a day.
15?
At this point, you've got to have a lot of wet wipes. Anyway, according to the FBI, he blames a surgeon. He's been threatening to kill him online for like 4 years. Not even light threats. He's talked about killing and torturing him and saying he needs to feel the levels of pain that no living creature has ever felt.
Well, yeah, if you're going 15 times a day,
I feel like this guy's getting off.
This is a level of frustration there that is just, well, okay.
The thing I don't understand is he's facing stalking charges. How are you away from the house long enough?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was going to bring that point up.
But see, this guy's had some issues. 3 years before the surgery, he got arrested and kicked out of college for going nuts on a professor who gave him a B. So, I mean, that too much. But the doctor thing, justifiable. But he also was carving swastikas into hoods of cars at college.
And he's lost me.
So yeah, he's already been a pain in the butt.
And that's where we're going to draw the line there.
So maybe it was just good karma. I mean,
I see what you did there, pain in the butt.
Yeah,
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tracking along with you, Jeffco.
This is the Lord God Almighty taking care of this.
You know what? I hope you enjoy the rest of your life with your 15 times a day of attacks of diarrhea.
I don't like this guy, but I can understand if somebody did something to me, gave me near constant diarrhea. Well, we're going to have at least words.
Confused. So how did he
Just
how did he
words.
get out of the house? Depends. Like that female astronaut
Have to be.
did, like
Have to
driving
be.
across the
Look,
country.
this guy is not well. Do you think he cares?
Obviously, he's not well. He's got near constant diarrhea.
Well, yeah,
Come on.
I'm saying mentally as well. Do you think he actually cares that he didn't make it back to the bathroom in time?
I feel like that would make riding a bicycle really difficult.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure the detectives didn't have a very hard time tracking him down.
No.
Use
Just follow
Use
the.
K9. K9 got on that set.
I don't
real
even
quick.
think you need that. Just follow the street mark.
Wow.
You'd have to have a custom automobile
Mm-hmm.
with a little chute just to because
Or rubber seats.
I wonder if he's thin.
Perhaps.
what's that?
I wonder if he's
Rubber-
thin.
Thin? Oh
Like,
yeah,
just
by
that-
now.
yeah,
Yeah,
nothing stays in his body long
Yeah.
enough for.
So he can eat real well.
It's California, so somebody's like, "I'm so jealous of him."
So then you're saying
Why
he can-
can't that
he can
happen to
eat
me?
Taco Bell and not have any.
Yeah, he can eat anything. Chipotle.
Yeah. All right, we got another hour of this left. Not you, Sun Devil Raul.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship, sponsored by Weber Grills. Get the griddle that stays ready, not rusty. Fire up the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. Xander Schauffele closes with a par at 18 after getting up and down from the thick rough above the green. Schauffele still the outright leader at 12 under as he chases his first major championship. Colin Morikawa 11 under, one back. Sahith Theegala at -10. He's 4 under today through 14. Scotty Scheffler 9 under, 3 back. Scheffler wondered if he'd even play today after Louisville police arrested him for reckless driving at 6 a.m. local time near the entrance at Valhalla. The world number one karting a 5 under 66. Tiger Woods is finishing up at 18. He'll miss the cut. He's 8 over par. This is 24 years after his win at Valhalla. And Ludwig Oberg birdies the last, but he needed eagle. The runner-up at the Masters will miss the weekend by 1 shot. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Are you retired or retiring soon? Do you know how much money you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. These may feel like scary times. Several economists are saying that a recession is imminent. So what do? Ancient wisdom says plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have an actionable plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan is executed to take advantage of market gains, but protect you from market losses. We would like to give you a free, no-obligation consultation to help you do all 3. We will help you discover your magic number and give you the roadmap to get there. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108. 800-508-6108. Don't wait. Call 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson. Before they were legends, they were lost souls looking for their sound. You want to be a songwriter?
Not really. You are a songwriter.
Discover the true, untold story of Sue Brewer, the extraordinary woman behind outlaw country music, starring Mandy Moore and featuring T.J. Osborne.
They call it the Boar's Nest. It's just my apartment, but you never know who'll show up.
In a new scripted Audible original. Any advice?
Yeah, distill something whiskey can't.
The Boar's Nest, Sue Brewer and the birth of outlaw country music. Listen on Audible.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every basket, every game, every point, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game, or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
People settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime. When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy Light. Got Keon Rose in the control room. Ralph from Harmon Solar is with us. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And after we clean up the text line, nothing but NFL football for this hour. Nothing but football. I promise. Let's see here. Kyle G wants you to know, had a conservative girl in college. And wanted to bring a chaperone with her on a date, so I took her best friend out instead.
Jeez.
I'd say that's probably not a bad move right there. Slow-mo Zoe says, hey, I heard McDonald's is discontinuing free refills on the drinks. Yeah, I heard that too. I mean, that's just going to devastate them. That'll devastate them.
That's a bad move.
Nobody's going to like that. People aren't going to, the only thing they're going to do is now it's like you buy a large drink and then you don't, maybe that's what they want, but it just doesn't seem to make that big of a difference. It's not like it's hurting their bottom line. So
not really. And especially since you still have a lot of people who will buy a drink and won't refill anyway, because they're going through the drive-through or whatever.
It's just petty. It's just petty. Swuzman says, Jeffrey, the Grateful Dead used to be called the Warlocks. So sometimes people change their names. Yeah, fair enough. I got you. Warlocks was a pretty good name. Feel like that was a good name. Hefty Lefty says, I don't know what those gold ad people are talking about. I don't know. I didn't hear the gold ad people. He says, I heard that the 3 steps to success were steal underwear, and then 2, nothing, and then 3, profit. I guess you could do that, but I don't know. Maybe gold is a better way to go. They won't get you arrested. All right.
Unless you steal it.
I'm glad I'm caught up on the text line now.
Don't steal the gold.
Steal the gold, then you're in trouble. Pretty sure.
I don't know. What about those? What were those movies with Nicolas Cage? He stole the Declaration of Independence, and
those were movies. Those were not
National Treasure.
Well, didn't he? The National Treasure. Didn't they find some gold?
Reality.
Too? There's some gold involved.
They found plenty of gold.
Sure, they did.
Big old thing full of treasure.
Once again, let me reiterate that was not reality.
I feel like treasure hunting shouldn't be punished. All right. So Brock Purdy goes to Brock Purdy, 49ers quarterback. He goes to a San Francisco Giants game, and because he's supposed to go out there and throw out the first pitch. And so he goes out there and he's like, all right, let's do this. And he throws out a first pitch, bounces off the glove of Kyle Harrison from the Giants. And he's like, all right, I guess old Kyle couldn't handle my heat. Fine. And so he sits in the front row. The bad side is the Dodgers were there. So he had to watch that. So he was watching the 49ers Dodgers. He's sitting there with his new wife, Jenna. And I guess Giants chairman Greg Johnson sits down there, and Giants president Larry Baer sits down. So they're all sitting there having a good time. He's in the VIP, if you know what I mean. But during the third,
you're saying that in the same box there was a Giant Johnson.
Yes, there's a Giant Johnson.
Okay,
in that box.
Continue on, please.
You got to put Giant Johnson in a box. It's got to be a nice box if you put your Giant Johnson in.
Jenna is easy on the eyeballs. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, I haven't even seen her. I don't even know what she looks like.
Okay.
So Purdy decides, I think I'll step out of the box here because there's a Giants fan saying, hey, Brock, can I have a picture with you? And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. So he goes there to get a picture, and he walks directly past the Los Angeles Dodger fan going, hey, can I get a picture? And he just ignored him, snubbed him completely. And you watch it frame by frame. If you watch the video of him, he seems to look right at him and just like, just looks away. Nope. Just completely destroyed this Dodger fan. And of course, now the people in San Francisco love this. And of course, Dodger fans not happy, about that. So I don't know.
I think the Dodgers won that game 10-2. I don't remember.
Shouldn't you be rooting for the Rams?
Yeah. What's going on there?
You can have an LA guy that likes the Niners. So he might have just snubbed a Niner fan.
I just
that's a bad move on
how
his
could
part.
A Niner fan wear anything LA?
Oh, it's possible.
Because people move around, and like when you pick up your a certain sport in your life, if you're
Brock Purdy is awesome. That's all. That was really the basis of
he
this.
He stared at this Dodger fan and just
snubbed him.
That doesn't seem like something he would do.
Gave him the cold shoulder.
Dude knows he's wearing a San
Purdy's
Francisco uniform. He's got to ingratiate himself to the San Francisco crowd. everybody can't stand the Dodgers. So what if he got a picture of the Dodger guy? And people would be like, oh, the fans in San Francisco would be outrageous about it.
I sure hope not. I mean, there are plenty of players that take pictures with rival fans. And you'd think that Brock Purdy would be one of those players.
Yeah, that's what you would get. You don't need that. So I think he did it right. You blow off the Dodger fan, you get the picture with the Giant fan, and everybody loves you for it. Everybody loves you for it.
So there's no hissing. Okay.
No, you just don't want that. You don't want that heat.
You don't want any hissing.
No. Hissing bad.
No, let me tell you, honestly, very in shape too. They'll destroy. They'll kill you.
They'll kill you.
They'll kill you.
They'll beat you with their tent poles. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I'd say good for Arizona's own Brock Purdy. Making us proud, blowing off a Dodger fan.
It's fine. They won 10-2.
Did you really look that up? Are you sure?
I watched that game.
Did you know it was that game? Did
Dodgers
you see Brock Purdy there?
Yeah, because he threw out the first pitch. Yeah. I watch all the Dodger games.
So whose fault was that? It was the catcher's fault, right? If it bounces off your glove, that's on you.
Well, you shouldn't bounce it. If you're a real man, you throw it straight out there.
No, he bounced off the ground or off the glove? I heard it bounced off his glove.
Oh, I heard it bounced off the ground.
Oh, did it?
Well, then he needs to get in front of the damn ball.
See it?
The average person, you think it's easy to throw 60 feet. Say it's not. You get on that mound and they try to throw, and it's like they realize, holy
no, it bounced off the glove of Kyle Harrison. Which means that Purdy got it to him.
Eventually, yeah.
It wasn't eventually. It didn't bounce off the ground.
It got to the glove. The catcher didn't catch it.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Well, it might have gotten to the glove because it bounced first, hit the glove, and then went
off. Nobody said it bounced off the ground. You liar!
Oh my God, I'll look it up.
Why are you trashing the great Brock Purdy? They've got a street named after him at Perry High School.
How many Super Bowl rings does he have?
He's closer to Super Bowl than your team was.
No, he threw it straight to the catcher. It hit the glove and bounced off. It never touched the ground.
Keon, just watch the video.
Okay. So you're
no wonder the damn San Francisco
why would you
No wonder they lost 10-2. I mean, there you go.
No wonder they're almost in last place.
CK verifies also, it did not hit the ground.
It wasn't even close.
They're not in last place.
Almost.
Who's in last place?
They tied with the Diamondbacks?
It was actually a really good throw.
That's the problem with the Giants, I guess.
They're tied with the Diamondbacks, aren't they?
No, they're actually behind the Diamondbacks.
Like what, a half game?
I think so. Yeah, I have to look.
I don't think we need to get in that right now.
Oh, we're not talking baseball?
Not when we have to talk about how bad things are going for the Diamondbacks. No, I don't think we have to do that right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk football over here.
Doesn't sound like it, but okay.
I'm totally.
Oh, you
talking
mean
football.
the reigning National League champs? Yeah, they're now. They're in third place right now.
They're actually 1.5 games in front of the Giants.
So
game and a half.
So
I like Brock Purdy. I like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, of course, you've all heard about how Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker was given a commencement speech and said a few ignorant things and some things that, can't get mad at him because if that's his thought process and his religion, he's entitled to his opinion. And other things where, he was kind of attacking the LGBTQ community and told women their most important role was homemaker. So
that's not what he said.
That is pretty much what he said.
The speech. It's not what he said.
I know.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
We watched and read the same thing, and he did say, "Well, most of you little ladies, It was his
most of you little."
He didn't say that at all.
That was exactly where he was.
Not what he said.
Most important role, but so now the NFL has already distanced themselves from the comments, but they're not going to do anything to him, and they shouldn't. And old videos now resurfaced. I remember seeing this. I'm like, I wonder why. I remember Patrick Mahomes was talking to Pat McAfee back in February after they won the Super Bowl, and they're like, "Hey, this Butker guy," and he's like, "Oh, I don't talk to Harrison. I don't talk to him all year long. I just let him do his thing. We sit right beside each other in a team meeting. I don't say one word to him. Only before season, after season. That's the only time I talk to him. And because and he had this sort of like, I don't talk to that guy. Like something is off with that guy." And so yes, that is correct. So it was like Patrick Mahomes was sort of trying to warn us back then about it.
Either that or he just has a no talking to kickers policy.
Yeah, possibly.
Kickers will speak when spoken to.
They're not real football players.
But based on what you know about Patrick Mahomes and his family and what you know about Buckler, whatever his name is, they're very different people.
Well,
one's a devout Catholic.
You can't
one's
blame
not.
Patrick Mahomes for his crappy family members.
I'm just saying. I mean, Butler's he's a devout hardcore Catholic. I mean, if you go Catholic and then you go beyond that, that's where he's at. I mean,
he's not doing wonders for the PR department there. You know, some of the things. But
he's entitled to his faith and opinion, right?
Exactly what I said yesterday. I may not agree with the things he says, and if some of those things line up with his religion, as long as he's not being hateful, as long as he's not inciting violence or saying hateful things, I might think that some of the stuff he said was ignorant. Some of the stuff he said lined up with his religion. Okay, I'm not. Who cares? Who cares?
I agree with you.
Why make that into a thing? I'm more worried about when people get downright evil. Now, there is some level of could be considered evil when he starts talking about the LGBTQ community the way he does. But then you also have to remember in his faith, the way they see those things, he's right in line with that.
And he also attacked his own faith a lot.
And it's not great. It's not great because this just kind of goes back to the original thing where if you're going to be attacking everybody else and then loving Jesus on a Sunday, that's hypocrite. And that kind of felt a little bit of the message that you were getting from Harrison Butker in that he wasn't loving everyone else. It seems like he just had a problem with everybody else. So,
yeah, but he did it. If you listen, I mean, you said you watched it. I mean, he did it in the right way. I thought he was not, he didn't have this evilness to him. He didn't have this attackingness to him.
He sounded ignorant.
He talked about his leadership in his church and how bad they are and the issues that they have. I mean, he attacked his own church in his speech a lot. So I thought that was interesting. And his LGBTQ comment, he made one comment, and it's because in their religion, it's considered a sin. So he's very clear about that. And that's his right to believe that, just like it's someone else's right to not believe.
He went farther than just saying, oh, that's a sin.
He said, I can't remember the exact quote. I don't know if you have it, but it was something like they give a month for the deadly sin. I can't remember exactly what it was.
He basically declared them.
Of pride.
Yeah.
But it's like
Pride Week is
did he say deadly sin of pride? Or
something? Yeah. And it's just like, to me, it's like the context when people say pride in that way, they don't mean it in the deadly sin kind of way, but like you're proud of who you are despite what you've had to go through to be that person. Like that's what they mean. So I think that like twisting that is weird, at least.
You have to look at it from the way, hardcore Catholics and the way they view that stuff. I understand where they're, I'll tell you what, 90% of his commencement speech, I didn't agree with because I'm not Catholic and I don't have his faith, and a lot of things he said don't agree with. But I mean, he has a right to say those things like everyone else does.
Yeah, so. I don't think that that's wrong. I just think that, you say that in an audience in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Like that, you get to be criticized as well.
I agree. It's no difference than anybody else that goes in a commencement speech on the other side of the aisle that does the same exact thing, and no one says a word about it.
So. If I were conservative, like truly conservative as I used to be, I wouldn't put myself on the same side of this guy's aisle. He's a little bit farther than you need to be.
Well, consider his audience, though. His audience was a hardcore Catholic audience. I mean, that's what that school is. Benedictine over there is hardcore Catholic.
Ooh, I thought
he
that was
speaking
just
to his audience.
Oh, I thought that was the stuff. If you get a cut, you get the Benedictine spray, and you just.
He got a standing ovation for his speech. I mean, he was speaking. He knew his audience.
Saying ignorant thing to ignorant people.
I mean, he knew
they're
his
going to clap.
You can't call them ignorant because they're Catholic. I mean, that's not right.
Oh, well,
that's
ignorant. A whole nother conversation.
That's an ignorant comment.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Just saying. That's an ignorant comment.
Well, you haven't heard the whole other conversation yet.
Which will be worse, I know.
Oh, I miss the Crusades. Anyway, 2710 says, who's this MAGA supporter on the show defending Butker? It's shameful. See, that's the thing.
No, we're not defending Butker.
Ralph and I, we will disagree, and I'm in the middle. He's more towards the right, and we'll disagree on stuff. But we're not talking about, supporting what this guy said. We're supporting the fact that he didn't say anything that is evil, out of line, that he shouldn't be allowed to say. So we're saying he shouldn't be in any kind of trouble. Now, I do take issue with some of what he says. I do not agree with much of what he says. And Ralph just said the same thing, but only based on Catholicism. He's all there for the little lady comments. But
I have no problem with that comment.
Get in the kitchen.
He didn't say that.
Squirt some babies out. That's what you're good for. Yeah.
He didn't say that either.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Well, that's your left ear that was hearing that, right? Got you there, Mr. Center.
Yeah, but if you ask Mr. Center, I'll take that. You ask Keon, he's like, no, a lot of Mr. Right ear over there. So like I'm in the middle. Keon's over on the left. You're on the right. Randy's just being quiet because he's just like, I like my job. I like working here.
I just, you know what I support? I support free speech, and that goes for him, and that goes for even the morons.
Yeah, sure.
That are people that I feel are morons that are speaking things that are stupidity. But you know what? That's what this country is built on. You can say those things. And that's okay.
You mean
it's protected.
Free speech. Yeah,
free speech is protected.
And stupidity. Brunswick guy says again another strategy by Ralph making baseless claims against the local hero Brock Purdy. He's got a street named after him in Gilbert. Man,
baseless claims.
Yeah, what were the claims?
What did I say?
I don't even remember.
That he could, but that Ralph said that he could have dissed a San Francisco 49er fan based upon the fact that he was wearing a Dodger hat.
You also claim that he didn't actually get his pitch to the catcher, which is just not
mistaken.
True.
So
Ralph categorically false.
I retract that statement. So let me officially retract that statement. The catcher was an idiot. Okay, I don't
put Ralph on the stand. I mean, it's gonna be easy to tear him apart.
The catcher actually dropped his head in shame. He knew.
Yeah,
he blew it. Giant. He should drop his head in shame.
The catcher blew it.
Any giant should drop their head in shame.
That's a good point. Either sport.
Even Diamondback fans feel that way. So
Swazman says, remember the NFL and Roger Goodell is like the Clinton administration. They can make you disappear. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Harrison Butker might end up selling sodas at the stadium now. CK says, yay, here come the liberal texters. Freedom of speech, just like you have the freedom to criticize. Yeah. We're all saying the same thing here.
We're all on the same page on that front. Yeah.
I think everyone agrees on that.
Ringless Joe says, a street named Almost Champion Lane, huh?
Almost Champion Lane.
That was a good text.
Damn, that was savage right there.
Nicely done, Ringless Joe. That's nice.
He's still young.
So we had two good quarterbacks. Now I got a bad quarterback. So remember Chad Kelly? Oh, dear God. Chad Kelly was Toronto Argonauts quarterback because he couldn't make it in the NFL and he pissed people off here. So went to Canada and decided, well, piss people off there. And he's being suspended for 9 games after it turns out that he was harassing and being inappropriate with a former strength and conditioning coach. And she, has, made a claim. And of course, now he's in trouble. And he's now withdrawn from training camp. And he says, oh, yeah, I'm going to try to learn to grow and better myself through some counseling.
No, because it happened so well the first time when he got in trouble at Ole Miss, or the second time when he got in trouble with the Philadelphia Eagles. So now he's finally going to get it.
Here, listen to this and tell me why I laugh. Here's what he says. I want to support the Argonauts organization as it prepares for the season, and I have made the decision to withdraw from training camp to minimize distractions for the team and to put in the work to earn both reinstatement in the CFL and everyone's trust. I look forward to getting back on the field soon. I've had to take time to process the findings from the CFL investigation released last week. They are not consistent with the person I am. Yeah, they are. They really are. Keon just established that.
We have 10 years of you, dude, going back to college.
We know what he did.
He was trying to angrily force this girl to go out with him. Shouting at her, yelling, he asked her out and she's like, no. And then he got aggressive and was threatening her and saying all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
He says, I want to be the leader who brings people together. And I strongly believe all workplaces should be safe and healthy for every member of the team. Well, if you really believe that, then you should leave.
Why don't you just cut him? Wouldn't you just cut this guy?
Can I tell you why? It's Canada. Their players suck. And this guy, as bad as he was, he didn't even see the field for the Colts when he was one of his stops in the NFL. The only reason he even got into that organization because his uncle, Jim Kelly from the Bills. And so now he goes to Canada. You know what he does? Wins the damn Super Bowl there.
Yeah, wins the Grey Cup.
Yeah. That's what that is there. So that is why, so
he's a star player there.
Yes. Isn't that sad for Canada?
It kind of is. He couldn't make it in the NFL, but he's a star player.
And cue the calls from our Canadian friend.
And it's like
they know.
Not only were you not a good player here, you also were a bad person here.
Yeah.
So you have reached a level of greatness in Canada that allows you to be above the law as Chad Kelly.
I mean, I'm all about giving second chances, but this is third and fourth.
It's been a few. Yeah. Like he had some stuff in college that,
Canada's problem now.
Yeah.
2710 says MAGA Ralph should have his own show with JD Hayworth on Money Radio.
Oh my God.
Call it the Weekend Trumpers.
When did we even mention that name?
Hayworth?
No, Trump.
Oh,
not once. We weren't even talking about that.
Not on the subject.
Not even a single time.
People are making assumptions.
Yes. You know what happens when you make assumptions?
Mm-hmm.
No, Ralph, what?
No comment.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More NFL. See, we talked NFL. We talked like 3 or 4 different
CFL.
quarterbacks. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Football. We talked football. See? Shut up, Ralph. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580. He was in the NFL before.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The Boston Celtics are the first NBA team to get into the conference finals as they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games, and they're also the betting favorite to win this year's NBA championship. The Celtics sitting at minus 155 to claim the Larry O'Brien Trophy, while the Denver Nuggets, who will play Game 7 of their series with Minnesota on Sunday, are plus 350 to repeat as champs. The Dallas Mavericks plus 800 to be champions of the NBA. The Minnesota Timberwolves are plus 850. The Oklahoma City Thunder are plus 2,400, and the New York Knicks plus 2,700. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harman Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. 1, visit harmansolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmansolar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing, help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing. Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kits. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Need a boost in capital or a flexible line of credit for your growing business? Hi, I'm Dylan Cohen at JR Capital. I can help you get the money you need fast. The process is a breeze with a simple application and same-day approvals. No more waiting, no more hassle. Just a straightforward path to securing the funds you need faster and easier than asking your banker. So call me, Dylan Cohen, at 602-834-7353. That's 602-834-7353. Or visit moneyradio.com and click on Finance with Dylan.
Save big this Memorial Day at Lowe's. Right now, save on 1.5-gallon annual hanging baskets. Get 2 for just $16. Plus, buy one, get one 50% off. Select interior and exterior paint and exterior stain via Lowe's gift card rebate. Shop these deals before they're gone because Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 5/29. Hanging baskets in-store only. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. Paint. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. While supplies last.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Danny Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Swazman says, Dion, ask Scotty Scheffler if he's above the law. Haha, Keon.
Haha.
I don't get it.
I don't
I mean, I get it, but
Apparently he's not. He went to jail. So
for 2.5 hours.
It's another little people joke.
Yeah, because if the officers were midgets, he'd be above the law.
Cards Chappie says, Butker gave an appropriate Catholic speech to a Catholic school. Good for him. He put the importance of focusing on family in front, yet the NFL and fans want to chastise him, turn a blind eye to the woman beaters and players that have a girl in every city, maybe a child too. Now, I hear what you're saying.
It's valid.
But there's a bunch of stuff in there that just don't agree with. That's all. So I feel like he's ignorant. But if you're a Catholic person there, you're like, Harrison Butker for president. So, you know, whatever works, man.
There's a lot of women in this country that agree with him.
Sure.
I mean,
I don't know a lot, but
his women's jersey is sold out now on sites. His jersey itself is a #1 selling jersey. That tells you there's a big contingent of people that actually respect the things that he said, and that's okay. I mean,
seems
that's
like
fine.
about half the country, I guess.
If you can't say they're ignorant because you don't believe what they believe.
No, the ignorance on some of the things that I just disagree with.
Because like Matthew Stafford's wife came out and said she agrees with him 100%. I mean, and she just said some women, that's the life that they want and they take that life. And in the end, others don't. And really what they both want on both sides is they just want a better role for their kids. It doesn't matter which role they play in it.
And no one is,
as long as it's all white people.
Well, he didn't say anything about that.
I know.
But I
just thought I'd throw that.
I was trying to make a point.
I just thought I'd throw that grenade in there. Why not?
I just thought the way that he worded it was like, society is going to tell you that these things are more fulfilling, and I'm telling you they're not. It's like, well, you can't tell people what is and isn't more fulfilling for them. There are people who that is fulfilling, like being a mother and not worrying about promotions and all this other stuff like that.
I felt like he was saying the political part of society is going to tell you that you need to do this. And if you do the other thing, you're wrong. That's the way I took it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
we're kind of both in the same place.
It was just the way he worded it just seemed more along the lines of, you'll be more fulfilled if you do it this way. And like,
no, or he's also saying, you just want to have babies.
It's just to me, I just didn't like the way that it was worded on that. Cause I don't
the
think
ignorance
that it was,
is in assuming that he knows what women really want and need.
Like, it's going to come down to the individual person. Like, if you want to raise a family and be a mom, do
at the
that.
Church of Satan. Let me tell you how we do things.
Oh, jeez. My gosh.
Keon just backs away. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, I didn't.
Not even Keon agrees with that.
I didn't really sign on for all that. Yeah, no. Look.
Listen to me. Wow. You sound like Planet of the Apes on that one.
I don't know. I listen. We've got bigger fish to fry than Harrison Butker, and I don't need to disagree with him because the crowd that he was talking to, like Ralph says, he was talking exactly what they wanted to hear. Fair enough. Fair enough. As long as it's not racist, as long as it's not evil, as long as he's not saying, I should be able to marry a 12-year-old, stuff like that.
And so, like, all the dumbasses that were just like, yeah, let's sign a petition to get Harrison Butker removed from the Chiefs. Dumb. Like, man, Deshaun Watson is still playing football. You want to sign that petition first?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Get me that petition.
That is the
I will
best
sign
point
it.
of the whole show right there.
Just the way, like, how did we
Well
skip?
Great point.
How do we take a giant step over Deshaun Watson and the 22 women he actually hurt?
Yeah. What about?
I'll never get it.
What about Chubb?
Chubb,
cream gal in the face.
But that's what the texter was saying. That's what the texter was saying, though, and that's a good point.
And I think that is. I won't even say hypocrisy. It's just the sort of like blind moral outrage. Yeah, where you get pointed at a person to be mad at, and you just go be mad at that person because that's the guy to be mad at today. It's like, all right, there are like 15 worse guys that do the same job Harrison Butker does, which is play football.
And half of them don't know why they're mad at him.
And like actual crimes.
They're far more dislikable people. One of them has a show on 15A The Fanatic on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Is just kidding.
Neil Lynch. I know. I agree with you.
F that guy.
Very dislikable.
Just threw him under the bus immediately.
I will throw him under without a problem.
Poor Neil.
Neil's like what's his name on Friday? Just got fired on his day off.
Mm-hmm. Pierre says,
Uh-oh.
Mr. Jeffrey, Mr. Ralph, I was politely entertaining a friend at my castle when I heard you falsely declaring that the Toronto Argonauts had won the Grey Cup. It's a lie. It's my Montreal Alouettes who won the Grey Cup last year. We beat them Toronto Scum in the CFL division final. How dare you, sir?
I didn't know because it doesn't matter.
Really don't
We
care.
were literally not watching. Like,
He went to the championship, I guess. I thought he won.
Yeah.
the world watches when the Super Bowl is on. Nobody is watching in this country when the Grey Cup's on.
The
Sorry.
Jet says, I had a dream that Ralph got kicked off the show. Look at me, always dreaming. Brunswick guy says, no, you guys are right about the CFL. We're inferior to the NFL. We proudly embrace our role as America's hat. We're a fancy hat, like a fedora, but we're still just a hat.
You're inferior to high school football here. I mean, that's
wow.
Well, they are.
I don't know about that.
There's some great high school football.
There are
in
some
this
great
country
high school
that
football,
would
but
go up
we're-
there and kick butt.
But like the guys, like the NFL is a hard league to get into. And if
Yeah.
you fail to get into the NFL and find yourself in college football, you're not about to be beaten by some high school kids.
Oh, I agree with that.
Now, if they only had to choose from Canadians,
yeah.
But there are so many Americans there that they actually have a rule about how many
Yeah,
how
only
many
so many per
Americans
team, right?
Yeah, like how many Americans are allowed to even play on the team. Otherwise, the team would just be all Americans.
Noah says, what topic is next in the show? Israel-Palestine conflict in Gaza. Got a little Russian and Ukraine going on there. I say what we need to do is get the Israel, Palestine, and Russia and Ukraine. What we like a tournament,
like a
tournament.
cage match,
a tournament of war,
Yeah.
and
like a 14 playoff.
right, but
Oh.
and just see it's the final four and see what happens.
Mm.
I mean,
what sport would this be in?
it is the off season. No, I mean just in war.
It's never the off season in war.
Just put him in a ring, let him go.
It just kind of always happens.
Or there you go. You get the president of Russia, the president of Ukraine, the president of Israel, whatever thug runs the Hamas, and then of course that doesn't mean he's the president of Palestine. So nobody. Maybe that's the problem they haven't figured out yet. I ain't gonna go there, but I'm just saying, who do they send to represent for that fight? Is it the guy from Hamas or is it the president of the Palestine? President Palestine guy
Hamas runs
is just like, please stop bombing us, please. So I don't know how to. We need the NCAA to do this. Maybe we need this.
Oh,
to do this.
because they did the thing that they were supposed to do so well.
The post-apocalyptic world. So, Daddy, tell me again how the NCAA started World War III. Well, I can't. I have no teeth. Ringless Joe says, Ralph, why do you like all the LA teams except for the football team? Why did the Rams do to you to make you like the Seagulls more?
They moved from LA to Orange County. And when they did that, I stopped following them and I started following the Seahawks in 77. So that's why. That's the reasoning. When they moved, I was done. Georgia Frontieri was a few things I could say. And
Bad person.
She was a bad person and she moved him out of there and ultimately put him in St. Louis. And that was the end. I was done.
So here you go, Ringless Joe. You asked, and now now you know the answer. I'm sure you regret it. Speaking of Putin, Aaron Rodgers has been going around this gushing over Putin. When did he become?
It's Putin and not Poutine.
Well, maybe he just really likes poutine.
I mean,
that might be it.
The only issue is that would make sense.
When did Aaron Rodgers become Dennis Rodman?
See Rodman. That was like that was North Korea, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was over there hanging out with Kim Jong, whatever.
Yeah,
and Rodgers just stopped talking. Just stop talking. You know, he was like, oh, I really thought maybe I might have. I really thought about running for vice president. And he's like, that Putin, he's pretty interesting. He's thoughtful. He's a very smart individual. And I guess he likes him. He's him a lot.
Thoughtful. He said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Aaron Rodgers is never going to stop talking because he thinks he's smart.
He thinks that people have been too hard on Putin. He says, if you've read 1984, the base game plan of government control is you have to have an enemy and you have to have slander that enemy, regardless if you know anything about them. So, hey, Aaron, you don't think maybe that they're doing that the other way instead? What you saying?
Or or both. But also, if Aaron Rodgers had read 1984, he would know that you make your enemy faceless and nameless, and not specifically name the leader of a country. You know,
Yeah, and by the
like
way,
in the book.
Hey Putin, guess what? You kill like a woman because women are the ones who poison. Studies show if somebody gets poisoned, it's a woman that did it. That is the murder choice of women.
I truly don't think that that's the worst thing about him.
No, I'm just saying. I didn't say that's the worst thing. He just kills like a woman.
Aaron Rodgers just needs to shut up.
But he won't, because he thinks. I mean, when he hears those interviews again, and he's in his house sitting down listening to them back, he thinks he sounds.
Here's the thing: they don't usually give the stoner at the end of the couch talking all night a microphone. That's what Aaron Rodgers
Have
is.
you seen our news media lately? We have given the microphone to so many people who have no business sitting in front of a microphone. I saw Stephen A. Smith on, I don't know, some news channel, and I was like, what on earth are you doing here? You are fumbling talking about the NBA, which is your actual job, and you're going to sit on TV and talk about politics?
Yeah.
Sir, stop.
You're making me rethink the whole Neil thing.
I just no. You can.
Why is Neil?
You
there?
can do worse than Neil.
Why
Lynch.
is Neil there?
Yeah. So you see Neil on CNN.
It's
Like that's going to be an issue.
Ralph is trying to figure out how to
just
get some stickers to cover up Neil.
we just keep doing it. We just keep shoving microphones into the face of famous goofballs and asking them serious questions and somehow expecting serious answers. I'll never understand it.
So you want something that's going to aggravate you? I got something to aggravate you.
I'm already there, but let's.
This is
sure.
it. This is NFL aggravation. The Lions play 14 of their first 15 games inside.
Well,
why is that relevant? Because they started to notice that statistically, old Jared Goff didn't play well if it was ever windy or cold. Like he suddenly went from great quarterback to CFL quarterback, just like that.
Okay.
And now the NFL has scheduled him to play the 14 of their first 15 games.
Well,
inside stadiums.
That's a little misleading because obviously
it's absolutely the truth.
Well, it's the truth, but the NFL can't schedule the 8 games they play at home. They play those inside.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Okay. Like we're more than half of the games you just said are their home games.
Yeah, but in a row?
Well, yeah, if you there are a bunch of dome road teams too. You play in St.
You just don't see
play
conspiracies
in
and they're
New
right in front of your face. Do you,
Didn't
Keon?
Jeff Goff go? Didn't he go into Green Bay and win a game
against Aaron Rodgers in the cold?
Outside,
but like if you look at his numbers overall,
one game in the
like
cold.
the overall numbers, there is a giant drop off in Jared Goff playing indoors to outdoors.
Unless he's just suddenly gotten over it.
Look how much money they just gave him.
Well, yeah, they're not bright.
Well, the fact is he took him to an NFC title game and it's Detroit. Like you don't let that guy
He's
leave.
a made man.
You pay that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And it's 4 years. Like if he can get you anywhere near it again, it's absolutely worth it.
Yeah.
So the Super Bowl is inside too this year, by the way. So if they get to the Super Bowl,
where's it at?
Superdome.
Oh, in New Orleans again. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Glad you know where that is.
Thought it was in Minnesota. But.
Mormon guy says, Ralph, I may not like your teams, but you're making a lot of sense today. That is all. It's all we need to know about Mormon guy.
What, are you going to block him now?
No.
Now? No, already did.
Threatening to block people's your thing.
I don't block people, Ralph. You do. I mean, I blocked a couple, probably less than a handful in 7 years.
When people tend to get to know me, when they get beyond my teams, they kind of like me. So
feel like that goes the other way.
Except for Keon. I mean, we're past that.
So, number one Raptor
you're
fan
a cool guy.
says the hierarchy of football leagues in this would be pay and prestige. So it's the NFL, then it's the CFL, then it's the UFL, then it's the Indoor Football League, and then Arena Football League. Oh,
I think Arena would be over indoor.
I don't know.
Yeah, the arena's struggling to get their money stuff right, though.
Yeah, they are.
Like so
at this moment, yeah.
So like if they can hang in there and make it work, then they have the kind of infrastructure to jump up. But
they have a nice new commissioner. What's his the guy that used to coach the Titans?
Oh, Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher.
That right there just tells you. That's what
So
he said. Tell me that you're going down in flames without telling me you're going down in flames. Oh, look, here comes Jeff Fisher to run things.
Look, Jeff Fisher.
All right, didn't have that on the bingo card, did I?
Also known as Captain 8 and 8. The Arena Football League could be a massive success or it could fail horribly. It could go either way.
The Jet says, "Hey, Mormon
middle.
guy, you don't understand. We never encourage Ralph here." That's a good point.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I'm confused. BBL Drizzy says, "Hi, BBC Drizzy here."
No,
You spelled it wrong?
That's a different. No,
Yeah, don't try that.
BBL.
BBL Drizzy
those
says,
acronyms mean two different things.
"Because I want to ask Ralph if he thinks my Canucks can close out the Oilers. It's been an incredible series so far."
One's dirtier than the other.
I don't even know what those things mean, but anyway,
I don't know.
I'd like to not know. But yeah, that game last night was phenomenal. What a great way to win that game. I think they will close them. I'm hoping they close them out. I'm pulling for the Canucks. I want to see them go to the Cup. So yeah, I think they have a great shot at it.
Since you're trying to be dirty, I'm gonna start calling you Bible Drizzy.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Text him.
Send me a text.
BBL means Brazilian butt lift. That's
okay.
I'm sure glad you said lift. I didn't know where that was going.
And what were the other initials you were saying?
Yeah, no, that's off the
British
one.
Broadcasting Corporation.
Oh,
British,
BBC.
okay.
I'm there. I'm there.
All right. Yeah.
Swuzman says, "Hey Jeffrey, remember when you blocked me for a year because I was a Donald Trump fan and you were left sorry about being the trouble?" I never did that, you liar.
I believe you.
Because we don't remember anything that happens on the show a week ago. If Jeffrey blocked you for that reason, you'd still be blocked.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
We wouldn't remember.
Ringless Joe says BBC stands for Big Bingle Championship.
Sure.
Big Bengal.
Let's go with that one. That you can say that one on the air. So let's go with that one.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. So
I mean, it's also not reality, but
Big Bengal Championship. Let's say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's roll there.
Probably not this year. All right, taking a break. We'll come back. We've got on this date in Big Georgia sports history. A couple more football things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
West One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship, sponsored by Weber Grills. Get the griddle that stays ready, not rusty. Fire up the Weber Slate rust-resistant griddle. Less than an hour of daylight to go in Louisville. The last few groups will likely have to return tomorrow to finish their second round. Xander Schauffele got his in at 368. He's on top at 12 under overall. Colin Morikawa, 11 under. Sahith Theegala still on the course at -10, 2 holes to go. World number 1, Scotty Scheffler, 9 under, 3 back, and today is one he'll never forget. Arrested after what Scheffler called a misunderstanding with a Louisville police officer as he was trying to enter Valhalla.
My main focus after getting arrested was wondering if I could be able to come back out here and play, and fortunately I was able to do that, and it was nice to put together a solid round today for sure.
More than solid, a 5 under 66 for Scheffler. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
That's the sound of steak searing in its juices on your new pellet grill. You heard that right. The Weber Searwood Pellet Grill can smoke low and slow at 180 degrees all the way to a high heat sear at 600. With the Weber Searwood, you can cook on the direct flame over the full grate sear zone. You'll hear the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Searwood Pellet Grill just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
Something amazing is happening here. AI is increasing workloads on CPUs and GPUs. But this company's laptops are more than keeping pace. That's because CDW worked with them to future-proof their laptop fleet by configuring them with devices enabled with AMD Ryzen AI. Improve performance and free up resources with AMD Ryzen and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/AMD client.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing, help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333. Download the Fanatic app. News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store and at 1580thefanatic.com.
My God. Pacers are blowing out the Knicks right now. 3-0. I mean, the game just started. So what do you want?
Oh, 5-0. The beatdown's on now.
This is just, they've got families.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. And so, this is something I just found out. And I thought there were rules to this sort of thing. I thought there were rules. With the 221st pick in the NFL draft, did you know the Buffalo Bills took a guy named Travis Clayton, and they picked him to play on the offensive line? He's never played football before in his life.
That happens.
Yeah, he's never played any position at all. He's never played a single snap of football. He's a rugby player from the UK. He was one of 16 players in this year's International Player Pathway program, which gives international athletes a chance to come in the NFL. But he's like, yeah, rugby's being a team sport. He says, I think that helps me tremendously. No, it doesn't. You've never played actual football. He's just a big guy is all it is. I feel like there's a path for a rugby player to be pretty good at football, but going straight from rugby to the NFL is that's a little bit different than just like maybe trying it for fun. This is worrisome.
Yeah. Well, but like, with rugby, and they have Aussie rules football as well. Some of these guys have skills that translate well enough. You're drafting a guy in the 5th, you said?
Yeah, 221st pick.
Once you get to that 4th, 5th round range, like you're drafting guys that you think have a chance to make the roster, or people that you don't mind being projects for you to work on for the future. He might be something, that works out for you, but if not, you're not using your top 3 rounds.
This is the guy that Frank Gore Jr. is pissed off about.
I was just going to say that. I wonder what Frank Gore Jr. is thinking about.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there should be a rule.
But the thing is, they have guys, and of course, they do an international combine as well. They go to all these places. If the guy tested well, if he tested better than Frank Gore Jr., guess what? Teams are going to take a chance on the athlete.
They just liked his British accent. It was really charming. It's hard to say no to somebody with a British accent.
I mean,
it really is.
Maybe,
really
but is. I don't see anything wrong with it. Teams have drafted guys from other sports before. Guys have, Antonio Gates. I don't know if he played in high school ever, but Antonio Gates did not play football in college. He played basketball.
I don't know why we got rid of the British accent.
And then, had a Hall of Fame career.
You could look like Ralph, and panties would hit the floor if you had a British accent. You know what I'm saying?
Then my teeth would be all jacked up. That wouldn't work.
I said accent. I didn't say dentist.
But if I had an accent, that means the teeth come with it.
No, that's not how that works.
I think it does.
No, because British people who live here long enough fix their teeth, and they still sound
Did you
British.
say pot of cheese?
Pot of tea, please.
You said pot of cheese. Now I'm hungry for cheese.
It's a fondue place.
Yeah, you want
Would you like a fondue?
Need some pizza or something. I'm hungry.
With cheese.
Yeah. So anyway, Choro says Jordan Mailata. Anyone? Mailata? Am I saying that right?
Jordan Mailata.
Mailata.
Was he a rugby guy or another Aussie rules football guy? I can't. I get him mixed up. But yeah,
I guess I could Google it.
This is not the teams. Like the teams didn't just start doing it then, and it's the 5th round. Like it's not crazy to take a swing on a guy that's like, okay, he may not have played football before, but that's
was there like a line in front of him of people who wanted to take him?
I don't know.
I feel like you could have just gotten him without using the draft pick.
They clearly didn't think so. Otherwise, that's why they drafted him there. You pick up the phone and you're trying to figure out how to trade back and all this stuff, and you go, okay, we might trade out of the spot where the guy is.
You call him up and say, hey, Jordan, just we want to have you come out. You're going to be we want you to come over. Just don't answer the phone for a while today. Don't answer the phone for a while today. And then
but it's draft day.
No, just don't answer the phone.
It's the
Come
one
on
thing.
out to the stadium. We'll sort
It's
this
the
out.
one thing you're supposed to do that day.
Dude's a rugby player. He doesn't have to answer the phone. Besides, when their phone goes different, like our phone goes ring, there goes boop 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 boop, and it's weird. So don't put yourself through that.
Really
Yeah,
don't
it's
see
true.
how
That's
any of
true.
this is related.
Those British cats, they have different rings on their cell phones.
What's he listed as? What kind of player? What position?
Offensive. Well, he's a rugby player, and
Right.
he's going to play offensive line.
Just says he was a rugby player. I don't know what he did.
I mean, the Australian rules football guys make sense because they're great punters, right? They can kick really well.
oh yeah,
But,
that's what we
rugby,
need, more kickers.
Well, I mean, it's important. You got to have a great punter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know,
look,
but
the guy's
you get them undrafted too. It's not a
6'7", 301 pounds. If he
6'7".
if he
Wow.
tested
movable
well,
object.
That's a big boy.
that and depending on, like, they don't have his official measurements on the on the website because they didn't do it in the official NFL combine. But if the guy's got long arms, that could be a tackle if he could figure it out.
Guarantee if he's 6'7", 301, he's not one of those tugboats they have in the NFL now.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
I
tight end.
guarantee this guy's got some. He's got some muscles.
Another reason I like Travis Clayton more than Jordan Mailata, his name's easier to say.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's not
Yeah.
Jordan's fault that
I think if Jeffrey's
Last-
emperor, I think all these
his
guys
last
with
name is an
difficult
ethnic name.
names
It's
will
like-
be changing their names so that they can make the teams.
Or just, listen, I'm not asking you to change your culture, change your name, but I think we just tag on an easier to say one at the end.
Smith,
Like a hyphen.
Jones,
Mailata Edwards. Just something
Yeah,
that,
something easy.
Here comes Edwards. Yeah, see, that much easier than Mail Slaughter.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Just learn how to say the guy's name.
See, that would have made the whole Giannis Antetokounmpo thing a lot easier.
Once I learned how to say it, though, I'm saying it all the time.
Giannis Antetokounmpo Jones.
Very proud of myself the day I sorted that out. I just had to hear it. That's why.
Yeah.
I tried to read it. It was a disaster.
That's usually where most of us screw up names because we try to read it and we don't hear anybody say it first.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how tired I am? I about put this up to my ears.
There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
Back in the year 1875, Testicles won the very first Kentucky Derby by a 1/4 length over Volcano. The day marked the opening of Churchill Downs with an estimated 10,000 spectators witnessing the first Derby. Testicles was ridden and trained by two African Americans, Oliver Lewis and Ansel Williamson, respectively. Back to me, Jeffrey.
What was his
I'm
name?
glad you didn't say testicles.
Let's see, what was his name?
Testicles.
I thought you were saying testicles. I'm like,
I mean, hold on. It might have been Aristides, but Testicles, I think.
testicles.
We should buy a racehorse, name him Testicles. And here comes Testicles. I don't care if he's fast.
I'll tell you what, if there ever is a horse,
testicles.
No, Testicles.
Testicles.
if
He's
if
all over the
there's-
place.
If there's a horse called Testicles at the Kentucky Derby, that they can have my money. I will be betting on that horse. I don't care what the odds are. The odds are not important at that point.
I want to be the trainer just so I can yell at the jockey. Don't kick my testicles. Don't kick my testicles.
You better be gentle with my testicles.
Do not use
Caress-
whip on my
Listen.
testicles.
Be gentle with my testicles. Caress my testicles. Actually, the horse should be called My Testicles.
I'll bet even more money.
And then the guy's like, and here comes my testicles. One of the best horses ever was Hoof-Hearted. Hoof-Hearted. And then the guy was saying, who farted? Come around, Hoof-Hearted. Who farted? That was one of the best races I ever watched. It's a true story. There is a horse.
3 furlongs to go. Who farted?
Who
Is on the
farted?
outside.
Who farted?
Is it too late to get into horse ownership? I
No, it's not.
suddenly have a new dream.
We just got to call Jim Rome and get with his guy. We'll get some horses up in here. Testicles, a new hoof-hearted.
Hoof-hearted too.
I think that we could have a whole stable full of great horses. Navy Devil says teams are going to take flyers on guys now. Kids that know they'll be later picks will stay in college and make more in the NIL money. I mean, whatever gets you to the table.
Yeah, I don't know, because the NIL money is just ad money. You can still be a pro and get that money. Like, if you still have the same level of exposure, you will get that money too, and an NFL contract. So I don't know that that's really going to stop anybody from going. And like I said, this isn't new. The teams have been doing this for a while.
Pinocchio says Nate Ebner. And then Berg says the Eagles drafted a lineman through his international thing. Never played there, and he's all pro. Again, I feel like, I didn't say you don't bring the guy on the team. I just don't know if they should be drafted. We got American kids with American dreams.
That's still the majority of people in the draft, man.
Like, Jeffrey is very liberal, but where did he turn so xenophobic?
The people who are in oh my gosh. The people who are in college football playing football are going to still have the advantage over guys who aren't.
You're right, Cards Chappie. We do need another texture named Testicles. Testicles says,
yeah, it's a good call.
Even better if
that
it's
on the list.
my Testicles says. My Testicles says. I like that.
Please, somebody make that happen.
All right, well, let's all hope that Monday we have something to be happy about, the demise of the Timberwolves. That'd be great. Outside of that, I just hope you have a great weekend. And we'll see you back here on the radio at 3 p.m. on Monday. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Oh, listen to the Weekend Warriors at 10 a.m. or I don't care if you do. Actually, let's go ahead.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship. Do you love golf? Turn your passion into a profession. Get started on your PGA career at pga.com/workingolf. Play suspended for darkness just a few minutes ago. Xander Schauffele has sole possession of the lead at 12 under. Colin Morikawa alone in second at 11 under thanks to a torrid stretch at the end of the round.
A little 5-run birdie was me just playing solid golf. And sometimes when the putts drop, that's what happens, right? But for the most part, that's the kind of golf I'm going to ask for myself over the next 2 days and 36 holes is just stay present, hit your shots, execute them. And if the putts drop, but really not force anything.
Sahith Theegala, 10 under par. Scotty Scheffler, -9, 3 back after his arrest this morning. The day started with tragedy. Security guard John Mills was struck and killed by a shuttle bus as he was clocking in for work. Mills was 69. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-345-2789. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-345-2789. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-345-2789. 800-345-2789 or biglou.com.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. This is the Sports Gambling Podcast live on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Here are your hosts, Sean Green and Ryan Kramer. I can't believe we're letting these guys on my network.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sports Gambling Podcast live, presented by Zyn Nicotine Pouches. I'm Sean, second the money green, with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Feel like I got a playoff beard brought to you by Zyn.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, look at this thing. It's got all sorts of. It's got pouches in there. Probably.
You don't know what's
what's
growing in that thing.
Pouch or two in there. We'll see.
Well, of course, Ryan. We did do our facial hair bet last season, it was Dallas Goedert against Darren Waller. Who would have more fantasy points? I came out victorious. You had to shave a mustache, and then I feel like since your mustache punishment ended, you've gone like full woodsman style beard.
No, that's how it always was. I will say though, it was not bad. The mustache was not as much of a punishment as I thought.
Yeah,
probably more of a punishment for the wife. Although it kind of grew on me.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to make out with yourself with the mustache.
The constant reminder of seeing people you don't see a lot. All of a sudden see you with a mustache.
Well, and again, they didn't know whether it was a joke or a bit. So they want to be complimentary. Oh, hey, because it was funny watching because there was two types of people. One, people who really did like the new mustache look. And then two, people who would compliment you out of being polite, but clearly weren't as high on the mustache.
Oh, yeah, certainly the ones that were like, oh, yeah, nice mustache, dude. I'm like, oh, no, it's a joke. You don't understand. Well, but I will say by the end, it was becoming part of me, Sean.
As it often does.
I had to pour one out when I took it off. Finally.
Well, I mean, we got to hit on some news up top here. Fellow beard guy, Scotty Scheffler, arrested this morning.
Bad boy.
Wild story. When I opened up the old phone and I saw a Scotty Scheffler mugshot, I assumed it was some Photoshop thing of, hey, maybe he did something he wasn't supposed to do, or hey, this is the only way we're going to be able to stop Scotty Scheffler. No, he actually was arrested. Sounds like a pretty crazy story. From the accounts, it sounded like Scotty Scheffler was trying to turn into an area where he wasn't supposed to go, and then the cop tried to tell him to stop. Maybe he didn't hear, he didn't know, whatever. So he kept going, Scotty, and then the cop jumped on his vehicle, was dragged for like 10 yards by the police.
The long and short of it was that someone had died, and so there was
it was very unfortunate. A pedestrian died earlier.
So I think
morning.
I think people might have been tensions were high, and I think as Cole